Good morning to all. Good morning, Akhilesh sir.
Good morning, Dr. Gaurav. Can you hear me?
We are welcome you, sir, at the
Thank you.
Galgotia University 4 weeks technology-based entrepreneurship development program on bioentrepreneurship. So today, we are covering module 4, that is motivational input. Successful entrepreneurs session will be held. So we have 4 entrepreneurs, Dr. Akhilesh sir, Mr. Shubham Prajapati, Dr. Shivangi Singh Verma, and Dr. Divya Rathod. So still the participant is joining. We can start the meeting. Okay. So let me introduce first our speaker, Dr. Akhilesh Kumar sir. Dr. Akhilesh sir is a plant molecular biologist, but now turned into an agri-entrepreneur. After spending 15 years of his academic research on transgenic development, genetically modified crop, he realized that he needed to focus on applied science. He spent 4 years of his academic career as a visiting scientist in Israel, working as Volcanic Center, Ministry of Agriculture and Research Organization. His academic journey has been accomplished with the US patent, several international publications, book chapters, and he has delivered several oral presentations in international conferences. After having exposure of the Israeli startup ecosystem, he decided to return to India and worked at the first Center of Excellence, Indo-Israel project at Karnal. Later, he founded his own consultancy firm called Eden Horticulture Services and is in the process of promoting high-tech horticulture in India. He has consulted agriculture projects in more than 15 states of India and Nepal, also on different horticulture aspects, thus having a good knowledge of crop cluster and supply chain management. Dr. Akhilesh is working as an advisor of few Israeli company and some other Indian IoT companies for precision farming technology and extension. He also published a bi-monthly magazine named Eden Horti to educate the people about emerging potential in the horticulture sector. Sir also lent a hand to build the budding entrepreneur to develop their innovative products in the agriculture domain through mentorship. So we are inviting you, sir, to deliver the keynote talk at this event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gaurav, for your warm welcome. And I'm very thankful to Galgotia University. I think this is my second opportunity I'm interacting with you people through this online mode. Just I would like to know before start my talk, what should be the language, Dr. Gaurav? It's a Hindi, English, or mix?
Sir, we have a participant from Pan India, so it will be better if you can use English.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, in between I will prefer to use some Hindi also because I know pure English is quite boring sometimes.
And it depends on the participant. The participant, you can also tell whether you will prefer Hindi mode or English or both.
So anyway, I will put it more in English, and wherever it is required, then I will talk in Hindi also.
Okay.
And what are the participants? They are faculty, they are the students.
Sir, in this TDP, there is a UG student also there, PG, PhD, and faculty member from the different discipline.
Okay, great. Then I would prefer to keep it much more towards student-centric, this talk. And I hope you can see my slides, Dr. Gaurav.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So, as I was given topic here just to speak as a motivational speaker for your this entrepreneurial workshop, and that's why I have mentioned this lab to field because I was a basically plant molecular biology student. I have done my MSc biotechnology, and my research topic was in the plant biotechnology. So during my research, I always used to read the newspaper, research paper, and in the conference symposia, all the scientists always talk that we need to take the technology from lab to field. And as a matter of fact, these last 2 decades, I have realized this lab to field is still one problem. And being entrepreneur, we are always working on the problem statement. So I have took it as a problem, and myself decided to switch from the lab to the field. So that's why I have mentioned my entrepreneurial journey from lab to the field. And I have seen in India basically because I have been in abroad and Israel startup ecosystem, India ecosystem. So lots of fundamental difference between both the countries, and that's why most of the time I see on such kind of workshop of forum, even those people become mentors. They themselves they are not a startup or entrepreneur. So first of all, young students should understand entrepreneurial or startup, all these things in India, it is lacking the innovation component. If you are doing any starting any business module, that doesn't mean that you are a startup. Of course, government can give you such kind of certificate, like I have been also given, which we call the IPP certificate, but that is not a typical, certificate just to claim yourself as a startup. The startup should always come with the innovation, and innovation always comes from the university and research. I am talking more towards the scientific temperament people who are doing the study in the universities. Until and unless you are not having any innovation component, in true sense, you are not a startup, you are not an entrepreneur. Some of my colleagues, they came from Israel and they were giving the lecture in the Bird Banking Institute of Rural Development at Lucknow. And she asked Indian participants if somebody is running that dhaba in Murthal, let's say if you are going from Delhi to Chandigarh, and similar, some person is opening another dhaba in Lucknow. So will you call it a startup? Then most of them people say, yes, of course it's a startup. But this is not a startup. This is called business because already this business is going on somewhere and you have just changed the place and you are trying to copy the same business model. So that will be called the business that will be not called a startup or entrepreneur. So these are my, of course, Dr. Gaurav has given my brief introduction, but since you people are UG, PG, and I'm a PhD student, so I would be talking more briefly and precisely what are my accomplishments. Basically, I was a plant scientist, and whatever I have accomplished, from my academic journey or research. The USP of my academic career is like I have worked in the CSIR lab. I have done my PhD from Indian Institute of Chemical Biology and degree were conferred from the Jadavpur University. I did my BSc from Purvanchal University and I did my master from Bundelkhand University. So once, if you are in academic journey, always you are having some tag. Some students is going into one university and they are completing all their degree. But I am kind of rolling stone. I didn't study 2 degree from the university. Every state, even my schooling time also, I changed lots of school since my father was in the government service and the job was transferable. And then after working in CSIR lab, I came to ICR lab, National Research Center on Plant Biotechnology at IRE Pusa. And during working my PhD work, I have availed some kind of US patents on research work from ICMR funded project also. And being a biotechnology student, I am associated with the Department of Biotechnology also. And then I went for the postdoc, and after coming back to from Israel, I worked with the Haryana Horticulture department also. So every component is innovative, having lots of knowledge and exposure and their potential and their lacuna I have came across during this my journey. And I have started, I have made my mind that I want to do, and I will be doing some kind of my own entrepreneurship model. That seed of germination came from my mind in 2011 itself. when I was in Israel. This is one non-profit organization, Israel Asia Center. I was the alum of the Israel Asia Center. Through this platform, I have gained lots of platform to interact with the Israeli startups. So I know some of the startup and I realized how they thinks and how the Indian thinks. So those things, that ignition came from that Israeli Center platform. And there itself, I have attended lots of international startup entrepreneurial workshop, and where all the global entrepreneur comes and they share the ideas, and it's a different level of exposure. And from there, of course, being an academic journey, I was a scientist, so I was getting some kind of activity in parallel to those my entrepreneurial journey. And then I decided that once I will be back to India, I will be promoting Israeli precision farming or high-tech agriculture or horticulture in India. And that's why I joined first Androgen project, which was established in 2011 at Karnal. Precisely place name is Gharoda. If you are coming from Delhi to Chandigarh, it will be on right-hand side, just before Karnal toll tax. So after working there, I realized because in India, all the agriculture-related research is happening in universities, and then they are sharing those package of practice to state horticulture department, and the state horticulture department is having again bifurcation horticulture or agriculture department. So since I was dealing with the horticulture commodities, so horticulture people actually dealing with the farming community and other people, and they are doing designation. So we have very long chain of scientist is not dealing with the farmer in India. In Israel, scientist is dealing directly with the farmer. Scientist, he himself visit the farm and he himself give the variety. He conduct the field trial at the farmer field. It is not like our agriculture institutes in India that scientist is conducting their trial within the small land and with plot area within their university campus. This is not a right way of commercial agriculture. You cannot replicate the same data at farmer field. So this kind of lots of gaps are there, and that's why in India agriculture farmer or farming sector we are struggling. So I decided the agriculture is a vast area. I need to confine myself, and I decided I will be working for the horticulture sector. Horticulture means bagwani, which fruits, vegetables, flower, honeybee, mushroom. Again, it's very vast. So our core area is basically exotic vegetables and fruits crop. So in those area we are working. And entrepreneur cannot be a businessman, as I said. So entrepreneur always comes with a new idea. And after coming back India, also several new ideas comes in my mind. But alone, I cannot do everything. So that's why, in true sense, if you are entrepreneur, then you should be a serial entrepreneur. It means you must be having some more idea, and you need a good teams through which, you can replicate or you can execute those kind of ideas. So that's why I realized that in extension is the biggest problem in India, especially in the precision farming and high-tech horticulture. People do not have any, practical information, and most of the people rely on the Google or YouTube, and all those kind of things are quite misleading. And that's why many people they are burning the hand and they see agriculture is not profitable. It is not like that. I would be sharing some kind of example with you people at the end of my talk. But since this was on my motivational journey, so I am sharing with my journey in Israel. So as I said, I was MSc in biotechnology from Bundelkhand University, Jhansi. Then I did PhD from ICB Calcutta, and the degree was from Jadavpur University. Then I was a research associate at NRCPB in IIT Pusa. Then I went got a scholarship for postdoc. And even though there are lots of students are here, PhD student, so they can try. There is a very good scholarship we call PBC scholarship, Planning and Budgetary Committee. This scholarship for postdoc people only from India and China. They can go from India to Israel for postdoc, and 2 year scholarship government is giving, and very handsome scholarship will be getting. The plus point, this is only for the Indian students. So the probability of selection will be the more. If some people are interested, they can just visit the site or they can approach me after my talk. And after coming back from all these laboratory research, I was like a guinea pig, do not know anything about the field exposure. And that's why I decided now it's enough the research, because my area of research was the transgenic crop, GM crop. And I realize in India it is not going to be commercialized very soon. And I have seen success, failure, or stagnant, or BT cotton and all those things. Even when BT brinjal came, then I was working at IRE Pusa. I know most of the pioneer scientists who are working on genetic modified crop in India. And I personally telling you behind the, when we are talking as a friendly and research scholar, I don't think so. This is a good research which you can call it applied research. It can be a cosmetic science. It looks very good. You can make a paper, but you cannot change any fate of any farmer or his income. So that's why I am calling it cosmetic science, not applied science. And then I work with the extension department. There are lots of people. They are busy. Our department, government people for the subsidies, application. They have too much paperwork. They are not able to work and they are not able to lead the field. If in every state, of course, Haryana and Punjab is quite leading in this direction because these are the small states. If you see, because I also basically have from UP, and there is no activities you will be able to see in the field for farmer. They don't know what is the horticulture department. So the problem is the messenger. Like in the DNA, there is something. I cannot say in India nothing is happening. Lots of things is happening in the DNA code, which is lies in the nucleus. But you need some kind of messenger RNA who can take this kind of message or whatever government activities in applied manner, and you have to decode it in the cytoplasm as a protein synthesis. So, but who will be doing this activity? This is the biggest problem in India, and that is a problem statement for my startup journey. And I started, I want to become a messenger RNA because I'm not coming from businessman family who has lots of huge of investment, who can start some own trading business or some own office, something. I had only 6 gram hypothalamus, and that is a core objective of starting for any agri business. So as I said, since I have multi interdisciplinary knowledge and experience, and during this journey I have traveled across countries, so that is giving good insight because there is no shortcut for agri entrepreneur. You need to understand. Currently, I'm sitting in Gujarat, where in the Kutch, where I'm doing one of the project. I will be sharing some of the photos. Last week I was in Haryana, and when I got the invitation for this talk, I was in UP. Currently, one project we are doing in the Panipat also. One project I am doing currently in Leh, also near Leh airport. So lots of things, even Northeast also. So while traveling, in India is a very big country. We have several kind of agroclimatic zone, and you want to understand the trading possibility. Then you have to understand if you are growing some crop in Gujarat, and when and what price you can sell at the in Delhi market or vice versa. So interstate trading commodities, experience or knowledge you want to gain, then you have to travel the country. If you are a young student, your parents are giving the money, I would suggest you every year you do one outing and try to do in as minimum as possible the money. How much, Israeli people after 3 year army, they come India, they visit, and they stay in very cheap hotels. They live in the very, lower standard, even below than Indian. And that's give you the problem. And then you understand these are the sector where you can contribute as an entrepreneur. So yes, this is a gene bank building where I was working. This is my research, and after this photo, I changed my platform and I started my journey as an entrepreneur. In India, if you see in the GDP, there are basically three components: agriculture sector, industry sector, and service sector. Agriculture, like farmers, they are doing. Industry, like corporate people, they put some kind of big investment and they are running some industry, they are making the money. Service sector, like people, me and you, who are studying, they do not want to do work as a farmer, but you can contribute, you can make some money. You in India, in agriculture sector, except the farmer, everybody makes money. Like fertilizer company, seeds company, pesticides company, trader, processor, everybody is making money. Nobody is in the loss. Only the farmer is lost, and not all the farmers. Some of the farmers who are doing the traditional farming. So that you need to understand, because when I was in Israel, I understood one thing: wherever the problem exists, the opportunity lies there. If you have that kind of a skill, then you can contribute. If you want everything, because like other friends, I could also go in some other foreign country and I continue my scientific research. But During that journey, what I will be doing, I will be just getting the scholarship and I'll be working for the foreign countries. Many of my friends, they are currently doing somewhere in Australia, US, Europe, but they do not understand the market challenges, what is the Indian scenario. So that's why I had some different tasks and different mindset up. I came and I first understood the Indian agriculture and horticulture sector and what are the problem and how I can contribute. And so that's what happened in India and Pakistan because we are an Asian country. So lots of populations are there. Everybody will be doing agriculture. Then who will be, doing rest of the job. So that's why, of course, we are agrarian country. So lots of population doing, and our government is also giving emphasis. You should quit the farming because when as a scientist, I used to write the research paper. I used to mention our population is booming. We have to address the food security. So India in agriculture is blah blah. So many traditional language first paragraph. But to be very honest, forget about after 10 years. Today, of course, we have become largest population. Everything in India we are having surplus. We are not having any problem of food security. But still, farmer is not able to get the good price. Even farmer security is a big problem. So as a scientist, when I see my perspective is different. But as a farmer centric, if I see, I think farmer do not get the fair price. And he has no knowledge about so that he can do the crop diversification. Here, most of the farmer is in the cyclic window of the paddy and the wheat cultivation. They do not understand what else they can try and how they can enhance their income. No, nobody giving them hand-holding support at their field. These are the problems. So if you see the percentage of the kind of GDP sector-wise, uh, so 16% in India and 30% industry sector and 54% in the service sector. So these kind of service sector is a major player now, like a hospital in health sector you are saying. So lots of things you need to understand in this sector you want to work. Because when in India I came, I thought if I'm in agriculture sector, then I will be dealing with some training. This is not true. Sorry. So I decided I will be working from the agriculture sector. So when I was in exile, I used to read about this Ghavda Center, which is called Center of Excellence. India and Israel have signed the MOU to establish 20, 29 Center of Excellence they have established so far in different parts of country. So currently in Haryana, there are 4 Center of Excellence, in UP, 2, in Maharashtra, and Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. If you compile up, now this started in 2011 onwards, around 29 Center of Excellence we call COE model have established. This is from Canada. Generally, what they do within around 25-acre land bank, they demonstrate all kind of technology at one center. You can see these are open field, these are net house, these are the polytunnel, and these are the poly houses, these are the fan fed structure, this is the open field, this is organic field, here the horticulture area, and here administrative building, training center. This is a good center. The problem is that just behind or in this village area, if I go, this farmer is not aware what is going inside the boundary. This is a challenge in India because these people never go outside the boundary and do some kind of extension because they are doing the government job, they are getting salary. Why they should visit the field? They are confined to within these premises only. So while working at the center, most of the people used to approach me, "Ki, Dr. Saab, can you help me? I also want to do this thing, but I'm coming from UP, I'm coming from MP, I'm coming from Rajasthan." And I didn't have kind of an option to give them hand-holding support at their field. And if you are making such kind of center, people will come and they cannot go and copy us. You need to give all the knowledge because in India, the water, soil, climate, food connectivity, electricity, lots of factors are there. On that basis, you need to know whether this investment will be the possible, viable, feasible project or not. If you do not have those kind of practical, it is viable project in Karnal, and they are not bothered about the revenue. They are just bothered about the extension activity. But as an investor or as a farmer, you are going to copy this model. You will ask me whether it is profitable or not, how much money I need to put, and how much return I will be getting. So total economics is missing because government says our mandate is technology demonstration. Our mandate is not to make the profit. And here the problem comes. If this center profit, mandate is only the technology demonstration, so you cannot copy and paste the technology from here. You need to customize your own project in your own way. To address this problem, me and Dr. Asa, she was also working. She's a agriculture HAU PhD. And then we decided, we both were working there as expert, and we decided we will try to address this problem. And we need to leave this job, and we have to become, we want the free hand to travel those kind of places. Then only we can offer the handholding support. So with these mandate, what Eden Horti generally does, Eden is kind of Bible word. And since I wanted to make the Indo-Israel company, I want to bring the Israeli innovation at Indian price actually, because through government platform, all the Israeli companies through this kind of center of excellence, they are demonstrating their technology, they are making huge business, they are making the profit. But we Indian, it is not possible and feasible to avail at that cost, because whatever technology you will buy at the end of the day, even tomato growing or capsicum you're growing, you have to sell the Indian price. So here the everything is disturbed at the economics level. So that's why many Israeli companies they try to get the business, but they are not able to get because their cost is very high. I am trying to customize these kind of costs so that they can Israeli people can get the some kind of profit, but that should be at an Indian cost. So I made a team of agri professionals. There's some Indian and some Israeli. And then our motto is educate, empower, and employ people. And then we publish it in Horti magazine because today I'm talking to you people, and maybe in India is a very big country. So I need some kind of platform through which I can, pen down my, thoughts, opportunity, and then only I can help the people to grow. So that's why I started this magazine. And also conduct the agri tour for the extension activities. I will be showing you later how I conduct the international study tour program. And we adopt the holistic scientific approach from planning, production, post-harvest management, and marketing. Because every component is important in agri-business. You have to understand agriculture and agri-business are two different things. I will explain you in the later. And being a startup, innovative project also in designing, because being a scientist, innovation is in my blood. Means I always facing some kind of challenges. I'm trying to see how we can overcome, how we can reduce the cost of cultivation. So currently, I am, I have got one grant from Sakas Jammu. It's RK Rabi, some kind of program. But of course, there are lots of challenges. Um, the government, what kind of amount they give, any startup cannot do any R&D in that much amount. If you're already a startup, you can get this money will be helpful for you. So I'm working on some kind of geothermal based device greenhouse so that I can control my microclimate inside the greenhouses. In India, nobody is working on this kind of topic so far. These are my Israeli expert because he's a Professor Avri Barju, who was the first agriculture council in India. And whatever center of excellence you are seeing in India, it was his brainchild. And he's a Shimur Katz, he's basically a farmer in Israel. And he stayed 2 years in his Karnal, and he, by his hand, he developed this center of excellence where I also worked later. But when these people were in Israel, I in India, they were working at Karnal, and I was in Israel, I was doing my research in Israel. So it kind of vice versa, and now I'm back to India, these both people are back to Israel. But we are always sharing, keeping our ideas and working together for some kind of projects. And these are my Indian team. Sakshi is in Australia now. She's from MIT University, from Noida only. And is Vikas Solar, because energy, water is integral part of agriculture. He is a vegetable expert. He is a Dr. Pundir. He is working for the floriculture expert. He's a seeding expert from Punjab. He's a micro irrigation expert from Jean. And he's Dr. Bhupinder from UP. He's also fruit and floriculture expert. So this kind of our teams, we have different agronomies. We have some more farm manager below them. These are the senior officials. And then what kind of support we provide? Basically, we do the farm development. Somebody have land and they want to do the horticulture farming or the adjacent farming. So we do the feasibility study, project execution. We do not sell anything. We are not trader. We just tell very frankly. You have to decide. You are an investor. My job to provide the information, bring the quotation, bring the specification, and it will your money. You decide with whom you want to buy. Because in India, the problem is that agriculture consultant or expert has become like a medical representative. They are selling some kind of medicine, they are making the profit. So we want, you must have empathy. You should not cheat your client when you are working. And most of the people, that's why they are not able to grow in this sector. Always they want to become the kind of marketing or sales agent. And then project operation, from bed preparation to crop harvesting. We are providing up in hand or the support. Then skill development, training, internship, some R&D project also we are part, as I said. Um, we are like a incubatee at Sakas Jammu University. Then I publish this magazine. It's a bi-monthly magazine through which I am having international collaboration. In August, I will be going to Vietnam to deliver one lecture, and Thailand also we have good connections. Israel I was there, and Australia also. So these are the countries where we have connection. We can conduct the study tour. So what we do not sell anything. We just impart the knowledge, and we charge the money for that knowledge and handholding support. We are not selling anything. We are planning, executing, and operating your projects. And our expertise in the precision farming, polyhouse, net house, hydroponic, in soilless, not NFT, post-harvest management, supply chain, branding, marketing, linkage, everything we do. Once I will be showing you some kind of a case study, you'll be able to understand how we work. Being a startup, we also work for the innovative solution. These are the some magazine where if some students are having very good article also they can publish, because many agriculture university students are publishing these days in my magazine. And my academic soul is still alive. It's not like that I have become thin person. I still, just yesterday night I got this thing, one Elsevier book. My friend is editor and I have contributed one book chapter. And this Dr. Bhupender, my co-author, he is working for the Vista Agro. I'm from Indian Horticulture. Vista Agro is a multinational US company. They are providing the lettuce, tomatoes, onion, these kind of things to McDonald's, Burger King, and Subway. So all the multinational companies, they are doing agriculture, they are making the money. But once it's come to the Indian policymaker, our farmer is always complaining. So these are the things we need to break. And you can see now the private sector, at least our academic people, they are giving platform, like Galgoti University is offering me. Otherwise, if you see 5, 6 years back, so academic forum, only the academic people used to speak. And now at least something slowly, gradually changing the pattern now. Industry and academic gaps and all those kind of thematic discussion is going on. I received the email from MIT University also. But problem is that still you academic people, they are designing their course curriculum, they are giving the degree to spread, and then they are involved the industry sector. We please hire our students, all these things. A problem is that what kind of skill we are looking. Our academic institutes, they are not able to impart during the academic journey. I think their kind of association at the study level itself, you should groom accordingly. Then I think we can make a better, manpower to whom the industry can, adopt. And now you can see what kind of things we want to see. If you pre-harvest and post-harvest component, if you want to going to compare agriculture, like agriculture input and crop cultivation. These only two things, like a farmer, they are dealing in this sector, then you are dealing with the pre-harvest. You don't bother post-harvest, then you will be not able to make the money. You have to sell your things in India, agriculture and rest of the sector. Only the problem in any sector you are working, then you are buying in the wholesale, and once you have finished product, you are selling in the retail price. But agriculture is the only profession where seed, pesticide, fertilizer, farmer buy everything at retail price, and once his produce come, he go and sell in the wholesale price. Until and unless this paradigm shift will not happen, agriculture you cannot do in profit manner. So these are some kind of basic things. I just want to give the concept of agriculture and agri business to young people. So how we are doing? We are doing like first basic thing, micro irrigation, like drip irrigation. What should be the landscaping? Pressure compensated, not compensated. Because I see lots of the students who are working in the irrigation company, they do not know about the crop physiology. They do not understand post-harvest management. They do not understand crop planning. So they are just confined to the landscaping work and pipe and motor. That's it. So this is our one component only, the micro irrigation. Then come the greenhouse. If you talk the greenhouse people about the micro irrigation, they are not about this aware. We are just connecting the dots. We understand some basic knowledge about micro irrigation, some greenhouses, and then farm operation with the crop planning, cost economics, branding, post-harvest marketing. So I am just connecting the dots between the pre-harvest and post-harvest component, and we are giving hand-holding support to our clients. So which start with the soil and water analysis. If you see in UP, maybe Noida, you must be having good soil and good water. But you go Faridabad, you have worse kind of water. Is water TDS is very high. So whatever crop planning you can do in Noida, you cannot do in Faridabad or Gurgaon, like Rohtak, these kind of places. So if you're changing the location, your project should be different. Then high-tech agriculture, how much investment you have. The subsidy issues is there. Then weather analysis. Now you see what is the tomato price. Same tomato in the April, May, people are just throwing away in 5 or 6 rupees. It is not like a magic. You need to understand constraint. What is the season glut? What are the climatic barrier? Where you can grow now this season. If you are planning, at which location will be the right location to get the produce at this time so that you can make the maximum profit. Crop planning, crop economics, crop management, micro irrigation, post-harvest marketing. These are all multidisciplinary. What happened during our academic journey, even in Pusa, I have seen there are more than 26 sub-departments they have made, and water person is studying only for water technology. Soil science people, they are talking about only the soil science. The agronomy person is talking about agronomy. We, as a farmer, as a grower, once you will be on the field, you need to understand each and every component. I'm not saying you have to be PhD in every component. That's the basic knowledge, how to do the soil pH management, how to manage the if water pH is high. So these kind of things, if you are not able to do, you do not understand how the you can take one more crop cycle like in Bundelkhand, many regions. Now this rainwater is Delhi is flooding. Rainwater is the best quality of water. If you are able to store it and you can grow any good crop at good soil. You see, if you do not have good soil, now the pit media that you can grow any crop. But you are having bad quality of water, then RO is not economic viable in India. But rainwater is better than the RO water. If you are able to store this water, it can be, very big relief for Indian country. I'm in touch also here. What is the big constraint? But all the flooding water run away into the sea and drainage and all those things. So these are the some sector, how service sector by only the imparting the knowledge how you can contribute in the agriculture sector like soil report, water report, weather report, SWOT analysis on the project site, client intervention, what client want to do, government schemes, so many departments, Ministry of Food Processing. Suppose you are going tomato and potato, then you are going to deal with the horticulture department. If you are dealing with the wheat and paddy, you have to deal with the agriculture department. If you are harvest and you want to sell in the mandi, then you have to deal with the mandi department. If you want to make the processing, then you have to meet the Ministry of Food Processing department. You want to export, then you have to deal with the Ministry of Commerce and you have to deal with the PEDA. Because so many bifurcation, farmer is a least educated person. So we are dealing with the most complicated science and we have to deal with the least educated person. This is the biggest challenge of agriculture sector. So that's why it is not so easy to resolve any problem in agriculture sector in India, even for the policy maker, even for the government, or even for their entrepreneur. So project economics is the biggest concern which I have highlighted because the government people, they are not able to do the project economics in the proper way. But at the same time in India, foreign companies, foreign corporate people, they are doing the better project economics and they are doing economic viable projects. I will share some of the examples. Similar way, greenhouse company, any person is making money, they are getting subsidy, they are putting greenhouses, but they don't have any idea about the specification. I'm sure at Golgoti University, there must be civil department. You people, the agriculture department should work with the civil faculty and you should make some kind of new design which is suitable for our climate because greenhouse technologies come from the temperate country. India is tropical and subtropical country. We have to design for our own climate at lower cost so that we can give the benefit. Climate is changing. Of course, greenhouse technology is a need of the time, not for all the crop, only the horticulture few crop you can grow. Automation, vendor screening, technical specification, weather stations, solar installation, agrivoltaic is a new concept is coming, water harvesting. These are the integral part of any viable agriculture project. Then autopilot mode means first we do the feasibility study, then we execute, and third phase comes in the autopilot mode, where from bed preparation, crop harvesting, we impart all knowledge, and then we say, okay, now we have like a you're building architect engineer. We have developed your farm, we have operated it. These are the cost economics. This much will be operational cost. This will be the revenue. We have trained your manpower. Now you run it, operate it. Still, when and where you require, you invite us. We will be able to help you in physical mode, physical visit plus digital mode also. So this way we are working. We are not sitting at one project and always working there for long term. So now, as I said, why government projects are fail in India, but at the same time, when corporate people work, they are working the best way. If you see in our agriculture university, they teach us the potato is a winter crop, and you have to grow in Gangetic plain. As I said, I am growing potato for Macan company in Leh, and in May we have done sowing, and September will be harvesting, and we will be selling to Macan company at 25 rupees kg because Macan company need the best quality of processing variety potato, for which if you are going to McDonald's, they want French fry. And what potato you are buying in market, this is not processing variety. So when farmer is growing potato, then he's throwing away in Lucknow with Vidhan Sabha outside. But when the corporate people are working, they are dealing with another variety. You see Pepsi, Macan, Hyphen, Balaji. All these companies, they are dealing with the same crop, but they are making the money. So this is a problem in the business model. And food and vegetable supply chain, as I said, West Agro is one company, then Jubilant is one company, Noida. They are doing, largest buyer of the iceberg lettuce. And they are buying directly from farmers. They're not buying from the NFT channel or hydroponic. So those people, they are doing and seeing this much income. This is not true, actually. You need to understand the practical challenges, cost economics, at what price they will be buying. And across the year, the price will be not same. So that's why the private people, they know how to do the cost cutting. For example, they grow lettuce across the year, but they choose 2 to 3 locations. During November to March, they grow in the Karnal near Kurukshetra. Then once the temperature will rise below above 26-7 degrees, they will migrate to the Kullu. And once the monsoon comes, like now, then they will be growing in the Lahore. So they are not sitting at one place and growing the same crop across. That is not possible. Suppose you are sitting in Noida and you want to grow lettuce in the controlled atmosphere, the cost of cultivation will be very high. So rather than you go in Uttarakhand, you go in Himachal, you find out some place and you grow there and bring it there, your cost of cultivation will be very less. So then only you can understand the business economics. Similar way in Himachal, apple farmers are there. Why CA controlled atmosphere cold storage comes through Adani only? Why government didn't put it long back? Because they are farmer centric. They are charging the mandi fee. They should make this thing. And now corporate has come with 90,000 metric ton capacity at 3 places. Adani is controlling whole India apple supply chain. Reliance, you know how they are working. They had a very industrial plain and 600 acre area. They have put 127 kind of mango variety, and that is the largest cluster of the mango is the Jamnagar refinery. So you see how the corporate is planning and doing, and they are making a huge profit. At the same time, if you see India, it's now the FPO scheme came in Haryana recently. The lots of corruption has been found on the FPO were on the paper, subsidy were released, but the farmer is not able to make the benefit out of it. Let's say they made a Kinnu pack house in Sirsa because that is a cluster of Kinnu. What happened? The government gave the subsidy on the farmer FPO name. FPO was also there. They came with their all the Kinnu. They were grading, sorting, waxing, packaging, and there was a company called EY, and they didn't do anything for the market linkage. Farmer can grow, but farmer cannot sell. You need to provide the market. And then what happened? They made a contract with the Reliance company. Reliance is buying, ready to sell the product, this product, and they are making the profit. So what investment has been given to the farmer? The real beneficiary is the Reliance. They are not our farmer. Farmer is getting again the same price as they used to get before. Similar way, cold storage for the potato they have made in their Ramnagar, Yamanagar side. And the Macan company has taken the cold storage and they are making the real profit. They are giving the processing variety seeds, farmer growing in their field, and they are buying back and they are doing the processing. And same like one district, one product, kind of many schemes comes. But you see, agroclimatic, like if you say, mango is growing only in Saharanpur, it is not growing in the Meerut, this is wrong. एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक जोन के बेसिस पे हमारे क्रॉप पैटर्न्स होते हैं, न कि हमारी जियोग्राफिकल बाउंड्री के हिसाब से क्रॉप पैटर्न होते हैं कि आपने बनारस जिले को एक प्रोडक्ट दे दिया, भदोही को अलग दे दिया, इलाहाबाद को अलग दे दिया. This is a problem in India. I don't know. Whenever because I am I have been in Delhi, I am traveling in a small rural country also. Problem is that our approach is top to bottom. दिल्ली के कॉन्फ्रेंस हॉल में बैठ के इंडिया के एग्रीकल्चर के ऊपर पॉलिसी बनाना, इट इज नॉट प्रैक्टिकल एक्चुअली. यू हैव टू कम ऑन द ग्राउंड, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन इंडिया. वी लुक्स की वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट और वन एफपीओ बना दिया और काम हो जाएगा. Nobody talked about the implementation because they have not done it. So only the cash flow is happening. I am not saying the money is not coming, but its impactful implementation is not happening at the ground level. So our challenges with our education and our initiatives like our outdated syllabus. Like in our society, we have a caste system. In our education also, we have classified in so many disciplines. Daily, we are launching new projects, syllabus, course curriculum, but they are just making in silos. They are having tunnel vision. They do not think about the what is happening in year around, how it's interconnected. Our research is basically like API score. I cannot blame the faculty. It is because only they are looking for the publication oriented, and it's called research. They are searching whatever already has been searched. So re plus search is happening in India, and that's why I'm very unhappy with the pattern of the publication from the non-stated journal in India in agriculture. And you will not believe when I see any CV. Sometimes I use guide in Israel. She used to ask me, please review your CV and give me a comment, because this fellow has published 6 papers on similar topic. So this is happening in India. They are just becoming printing press. They are just starting those innovation thought, same work they are copying with different title in non-stated journal. They are not able to publish in international paper. And when the such kind of CV go abroad, people laugh at us. I think in DBT, ISMR, DST lab, still they are doing far better, much better than AIMS. They are making good publication at international level. But agriculture research is having no meaning. They are just doing the non-stated publication. Lack of practical exposure. They never visit the farmer. I see most of the conferences in Delhi. They are sitting in 5-star hotel making policy for the farmer, and farmer is missing there. Do not interact with the farmer and trader also, because trader can give you good knowledge about the, like, tomato is coming from Bangalore now, when it will be coming from Chakrata, when it will be coming from the mandi. These people having the commercial skill is a real picture of. So you need to make them also as a stakeholder when you are making any government policy. Lack of business sense, as I said, and futuristic vision. So what is going to be like a Macken company? They did the 7-year multi-location trial in India. They grew the potato in Himachal, Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam. And surprisingly, they did that one trial in Gujarat also. And you will be surprised to know in Haryana, North India, our potato productivity is 22 ton per hectare. But when same potato was grown in Gujarat, in Banaskantha kind of Mehsana district, there the production was the 46 ton per hectare. So more than double. Why? Because the sand and the soil was the sandy. So the water content, water was not stagnant. They are going to leach down. So the water content was less, which is very important for the process variety. You need a more dry matter, less water. Then during the winter, there is no fog. In North India, there is heavy fog. So plant is not able to do the photosynthesis. But here, there is no fog. So there is lots of photosynthesis. So that's why the tuber size is quite bigger. So that's why they are getting more than double production. So you see the climatic factor change the economics. And it is not came from the our ICR institute. It came from the company R&D. So when company did the trial, they bring the paradigm shift. Now you see the Google near the Mehsana district, you will see all the big cold storage companies. They invested the money. Now they are doing the processing. They are exporting through their Mundra and Kandla port to Dubai and Middle East company. This is a problem. Agriculture can give you huge profit. You see in Maharashtra, there were Sarat Pawar and other people, they were kind of visionary agriculturalists. They brought lots of policy in welfare of the Maharashtra farmer. And that's why Maharashtra farmer, 85% horticulture crop they are doing. When I see the Haryana and Punjab, UP, they are always either sugarcane, paddy, or wheat. This kind of crop cannot give you large income and heavy income. And this is kind of, you are effortless farming you want to do. In horticulture, you have to put lots of effort. And not aware of the government policy, like FPO policy has come, but no of the farmers are aware who will be handing support. So that's why I'm saying if you people can become a messenger RNA for government policy to the farmer, you can make your own bread and butter. It is not necessary that you have to make you have to search for the job. If from your knowledge, you're handing support, if farmer is making 50,000 rupees income, then he can happily pay you 5,000 rupees. So whether you have that knowledge, whether you can contribute. This is now question. How you can make your knowledge, your effort worthful, and that can make some kind of profit to farming community. So these are the some references. I do not want to go in more detail because time is limited. So this is my Eden Horti company website. You can see my profile here. I am associated with the Volcano International Partnership also. This is a Israeli organization, and I am representing them in India. This is one of the project which I am currently doing in Gujarat, Kutch, anandaniagro.com. Here I am associated with Chief Scientific Officer. This is a Israeli company, abjagri.com. My Israeli partner is heading this company. So whenever he's consulting in Indian project, so he discusses with me, and then in hybrid mode we are working. This is a research center alumni. So their target once will be back to our country. Will be doing become a messenger of Indo-Israel collaboration. This is a UNDP sponsored workshop which I did in Israel where I interacted with global entrepreneurs, and probably such kind of platform opened my mind, and today what where I'm sitting after 10 years, I'm here. And this is Times of Israel and all those things, kind of citation, new citation, these kind of things I used to get when I was in Israel. This is a project which I did in Gujarat. The land was total bare land and nothing was growing here. So just we started from the scratch, and within next day we started with the flood irrigation and some crop cultivation. And this is the last photo here. You can see now we are using brick mulching. It's open field. Half of the area dedicated, and this is just a protected cultivation, different kind of structure where we are doing cucumber, capsicum, cherry tomato, these kind of things. These are the manpower, the staff, the broccoli, and these are the crops within 1 year we have grown from our farm, and we are trying to sell at the B2B level and B2C level also. And this seedling project also, this is from Bahadurgarh in Delhi. This one project we did. So in Cocoa Peat Media, we make such kind of nursery. These some people came from Nepal to learn about the strawberry farming at our farm, and we trained them, and once they back and they started to do the strawberry farming. This one we did for the Tata Trust NGO people. They invited us as a solo person, and we trained them how to make the plug nursery in a bamboo-based kind of a structure. This is one of the things, because when I was in Israel, I discussed with lots of Indian diplomats also. So any two countries, when they collaborate, they have kind of three platforms, G2G, it's called government to business, and business to business. So I always see when government to government collaboration happening, the lots of technical information, because this workshop is also technology based workshop. So how much technology is important? One example I'm giving you. This picture was around in 2011. Rajasthan CM visited Israel, and I also gave him one presentation. And two projects he brought from Israel to Rajasthan. He told, I want to do olive cultivation and plus date farming in India, like Israel in India. So please help us. I will be sending my people. It was a very positive note, but I think the olive plantation project, it was a flop because the variety which came from Israel to Rajasthan, they are heavy climate and Mediterranean climate. Here, chilling hours, we are not able to give in Rajasthan that much hour. So that's why the fruit size is very small. That was not successful. So now they are plucking the leaves of the plant of olive, and they are putting in the tea and making the olive tea. Regarding the dates already in India, we are having better production than Israel. Our problem, like in monsoon, within 2 weeks, the dates comes, and once where the pedicel is there, there's a small opening. Due to high humidity, the fungal infection start. So what we are looking, we have to do the wax coating so that we can airlock it. So we need the processing by doing the waxing like we do in the apple and the quinoa. Then we can increase the shelf life of the dates. So that was the requirement. Date tissue culture plant making this thing. This is not a need of ours. So that's why I think, because in this delegation there were no scientists. All the IS pieces, people, some ministers were there. And probably when they are going, they are not able to understand the technical aspect of the any projects. So that's why I started to do such kind of extension activity, B2B collaboration, putting me or my collaborator as a knowledge partner. So that's why we have invited the Bhutan people, and they approached us, and I took them 12 days across India, North India, Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh. They wanted to understand what is the farming pattern in India in the Himalayan region. And they went back and they are doing in the Bhutan, all the agriculture officers. And these are similar way Indian people. I took them to Israel and I gave them exposure how they do supply chain management, storage. So I don't know how many students are there, but if time will allow, then please think about, because agriculture reform came, but government had to put it back. How many people think that what is farmer friendly or it was not good in their favor? Applied and cosmetic science, I given you my thought about it. You need to understand whether whatever research, like I was doing the tissue culture, but I never calculated what is the cost of one tube culture or one plantlet development. But as a student, when you are doing in the university lab, you must be using autoclave, electricity, manpower, media, culture tube. You need to calculate the costing and then able to understand the business economics behind the tissue culture related business. Then hydroponic farming, YouTube, everybody is saying the very good, but this is not good for all the location. You need to understand the challenges. It is not economically viable in India. Plenty of water, plenty of land, plenty of produce are there. The production cost versus the marketing cost you need to understand. I have seen in NCR region many young people they are doing and they are paid. Drone technology, government is saying it is very good, but you need to understand. I was in Thailand, they are using only for the some pesticide spray in the paddy, sugarcane or wheat crop. For other crop, it is not viable, but in India, we are promoting drone is like anything. All the farmers should buy. This is not a actually true story. You need to understand what is the business economics behind this drone technology. Same nano urea. In urea, we have 46.2% nitrogen, and in nano urea, only 4% nitrogen. Farmer is saying it is not viable, it is not good. So I think at your university, you should do such kind of trial, small trial, see how efficiently it is working. Subsidy is good or bad, you people are going to be young entrepreneur. Being entrepreneur, I am doing anything, I'm not getting any subsidy. But once as a farmer is doing anything, he's getting subsidy for everything, for electricity, greenhouse, drip irrigation. So his cost of cultivation will be always less as an agri entrepreneur. So problem is that how I can compete in the market. So subsidy is not a fair things if you think in the agriculture sector. So we need to understand we have to give the equal platform to compete with each other. And all these things what I talk, it comes from my multidisciplinary scientific aptitude. And if you are a student, you are understanding the geography, then you'll be able to understand the agroclimatic zone of India. If you want to, you have knowledge of physics, then you can control the what is your psychometric chart, temperature, humidity, light, all this correlation you can establish. Chemistry, then only you can understand fertigation, drip irrigation, post harvest. Biology, plant physiology, commerce, crop economy. This is very much important. Commerce. I think we should teach our students basic knowledge about the commerce, how to make the detailed project reports. Engineering, as I said, precision farming like stacking, load bearing capacity. You are having an engineering department also. You must collaborate with each other and do some kind of small R&D project together. Journalism, what I am publishing magazine, agricultural extension, how efficiently you are able to speak and how efficiently you are able to convince the farmer. Mathematics is very much important. Business management for marketing is important. Computer science for the digital marketing. So that's it. Means I think I had a very limited time. I could speak more, but I hope whatever I had been given time, I tried to share as much as experience I have taken so far. Still, I'm learning phase. I'm doing some more learning, and I am thinking one day once I will be at your university, then we will be having one-to-one connection, because digital cannot be substitute of physical extension. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful talk, very informative talk, sir. So it certainly motivates the participant member regarding innovation and entrepreneurship. So now the session is open for the question answer. If any participant has query, they can unmute themselves and ask the question with our keynote speaker. If you have any query, you can ask.
May I?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, and thank you so much for that inspirational talk. Actually, I want to know that because most of the times we are doing research in the labs, and it's so difficult to convince the farmers. So, how you are getting over it, this kind of situation? Because as far as there is a concern about the farming and the income and the financial status, so it's very difficult to convince them. So how you are doing that?
Yeah, very good question. You see, as I told you, can you give me some brief introduction so that at that note I will be able to convince you first? What is your introduction, Anuj?
Yeah, myself, I am a master's student and currently in the final year. So
Okay. Which course you are doing?
yeah, biotechnology.
Biotechnology. Okay. Biotechnology is very cosmetic word. I was also a biotechnology student, Anuj. So I will tell you, when I used to see the newspaper and all those things, then you know somebody is writing something doesn't mean he's right. He may be right at his place, but in agriculture or any science subject, it is not necessarily what you are thinking is always right or what I am thinking. Or that there is always a broad story. To some extent you are right, and up to some extent I am right. One doctor, Professor Tuli, he was a director. He once told that कि आदमी चंद्रमा पे कैसे पहुंचा ये समझना आसान है, बजाय कि एक सीट से बनियान ट्री जैसा बड़ा जियांट प्लांट बन गया ये समझना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो ये बात बिल्कुल सही है कि मेरा प्लस पॉइंट इस एस्पेक्ट ये है क्योंकि आई हैव वर्कड इन डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ country. I am familiar with ICR system, CSIS system. So what happened? Any farmer, first of things, which part of country is approaching me, and then I know which crop and what is his query and which research center is working on this aspect. First of all, do that matchmaking. Problem in India, I had a discussion with the Farmer Commission of Chairman in Meghalaya. He was from South India, from Andhra Pradesh only, but he was telling until he was sitting earlier at Krishi Bhavan. In India, more than 80% scientists working on the wheat and paddy. You go in any universities, these things, they will be giving always variety of wheat and paddy. I am doing the greenhouse cultivation. We are buying all the seeds from the multinational company like Jajadan, Turkish company, Japanese seed, but all the grain seeds coming from the universities. So problem is that, and then they are eating some kind of like Miyazaki mango. You might be knowing one story has become 1 or 2.5 lakh rupees per kg. All this kind of stupid and TRP based news they are publishing in the media, and people have become crazy. Somebody write indoor farming and all those things. Indoor farming is possible in the Japan, Singapore, small land country. We have a huge land for such much plenty of sunlight. Why you will grow any plant with the green light, artificial light? The problem is that you need to understand the business sense. So first of all, do the matchmaking. What farmer is asking. Whether you have that, I am not an encyclopedia to be very honest. I cannot take all the query. If it is my domain, I have worked with that crop, then I know all the nitty things. So like somebody asking strawberry farming, we did in the Kutch, which was very rare. We took the challenge, we tried here and we grow and we sell it. So if somebody is asking, I can easily explain him that this should be ideal pH, climate, this is the source of the planting material, and we have done it here and this much yield we have got. So if you have done by yourself, then you will be having more confidence. If you are going to search on the Google and you will tell something, I think up to some level you will be exposed. So practical knowledge is much more important than theoretical knowledge. If you have done that thing, then only I can. If you ask me to go and convince some sugarcane farmer how to do sugarcane farming, I am not a relevant person. If somebody is doing want to do cucumber farming, then of course I can convince him because I know all the basics. So these things we have to understand, and then only you make your research and you try to convince us kind of farming community. So practical knowledge, information, geographical location, those kind of things you should have. Then only you will be able to convince the farmer.
Yeah, thank you so much. And one more question: that is there any internship opportunities or something like that in your company?
Yes, internship problem, but problem is that I'm sitting at touch now. Most of the students people think that I want to understand, get your training, but I am not having my own infrastructure. You need to understand. I'm doing in different multi-location places some projects, and it depends which time you are approaching and what kind of activity is going on there. Then of course I can entertain, because if you want to come and you want to do kind of catch something, then of course we can figure out. Otherwise, I'm doing one project in Panipat, and maybe after 3-4 months, I will be able to have all the basic infrastructure where you can come and do some kind of training. And yeah, so they will be very far from you. You have to see your academic calendar also in micro, because what happened in university during the summer, you people are having off period, and summer there won't be much activity at the field. So yeah, that is a possibility available, but it depends on the time, location, and the crop season.
Thank you, Anuj. Okay. Any other query? Okay. So, sir, we are also going to plan Agri Hackathon in the Agri Hackathon. Yes, sir. In collaboration of School of Agriculture, Kumud ma'am is also joined here. So we will consult you, sir, for the some problem, because we will give some problems that participant will solve after in 2 days of the working. We will provide all the infrastructure to the participant to solve their prototype, solve their problem and develop their prototype. So I will contact you, sir, regarding that. And thank you so much once again, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Gala.
Yes, sir. So I would like to invite Dr. Ganesh Dutt Bhatt, sir, Professor of College of Agriculture Science, Shankar Mahavir University, to kindly facilitate our speaker. Ganesh, kindly offer a memento to our speaker.
Sir, please accept our honor of token. Indeed, your presentation was very nice, well explained, and you have covered maximum areas of entrepreneurs, innovation, creativities, and in agriculture sciences and allied sciences as well. So thank you very much to you, and special thanks to Gaurav sir. He bring all the entrepreneurs in a platform there. They can share his experience to the participants, academicians, innovators who are young, dynamics, and working in the area, establishing themselves. So thank you very much to you, sir, and all the participants who are actively joining. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Dr. Gaurav, may I leave now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You please. Thank you, sir. And now, dear participant, we are moving ahead, and our next speaker is joined with us, Mr. Shubham Prajapati. Shubham Prajapati. Okay.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. So let me introduce first the Shubham Prajapati is a founder of Innovative Script Private Limited. He is a dynamic and driven entrepreneur with a strong background in software development. As the founder of Innovative Script Private Limited, a pioneer SaaS company, he lead a team that specializes in cutting-edge technologies, including blockchain, AI, 5G, and more. His startup has received prestigious funding from the Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, and AICT, further validating its potential for the success. His startup is recognized as one of the top 75 emerging startups in India. Mr. Prajapati ISPL vision has generated attention and acclaimed in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. In addition to his entrepreneurial ventures, Mr. Prajapati holds an MBA from the Delhi Technological University and is currently pursuing a PhD in the field of entrepreneurship from the DTU. His academic pursuits demonstrate his commitment to furthering knowledge and expertise in the realm of entrepreneurship. With a unique blend of practical experience and academic insight, the Prajapati is poised to make a significant impact in the field and contribute to the growth and development of innovative startups. So I would like to invite our speaker Shubham to address our participant. So
Thank
over
you.
to you, Shubham.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your kind words. And I was listening to respected Dr. Akhilesh. It was so motivational talk, and it inspires me a lot. So just let me share my screen.
Yes, you can share.
Is my screen visible to you? Hello.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Thank you so much. So yeah, we are Innovative Skips. We are a SaaS-based company, and we are into cutting-edge technology. We are working on blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, and currently our focus is to create a ecosystem, digital ecosystem in India, so that everyone can access it to and leverage the this benefits of these technologies. So yeah, we are recognized as a top 75 emerging startup in India by the AICTE and Ministry of Education, as said by respected Gaurav sir in intro. So एक चीज तो मैं और देख रहा था गौरव सर की आज के पूरे पैनल में सब लोग डॉक्टर ही हैं, एंड आई एम it motivates me to finish my PhD as soon as possible. Yeah. So
you are also a doctor.
So yes, so entrepreneurship is a journey. और entrepreneurship के बारे में मुझे तब पता चला जब मैं फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ ग्रेजुएशन में था. मैंने सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट किया और वहाँ पे कुछ मैं इंटर्नशिप वगैरह कर रहा था. सो मुझे स्टार्टअप का बहुत बूम था उस टाइम 2016 में. स्टार्टअप इंडिया और ये सब स्कीम भी लॉन्च हुई थी. सो बहुत स्टार्टअप चल रहा था. सो मैंने थोड़ा सोचा कि हाँ थोड़ी कोशिश करते हैं क्या है ये स्टार्टअप. और कई बार आपको पता नहीं होता कि आपको करना क्या है. सो आप ट्राई करते हो बहुत सारी चीजें एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए, राइट. सो मैंने भी थोड़ी इंटर्नशिप वगैरह की कि क्या चल रहा है आजकल इंडस्ट्री में, क्या चल रहा है सॉफ्टवेयर में, क्या चल रहा है. सो ब्लॉकचेन उस टाइम पे था बूम पे. सो ब्लॉकचेन के बारे में जाना, थोड़ा लैंग्वेजेस बहुत सारी सीखी, ठीक है, पाइथन और ये सब सीख डाला. कभी भी कोई टेक्नोलॉजी सीखनी होती थी तो मैं उसकी इंटर्नशिप कर लेता था बेसिकली. सो अगर मुझे पीएचपी की इंटर्नशिप पीएचपी सीखना है तो मैं पीएचपी ऐसे नहीं सीखता था, मैं इंटर्नशिप भी कर लेता था क्योंकि वो लोग सिखा देते थे और इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिसेस क्या क्या होती है वो सिखा देते थे. तो दीज ऑल थिंग्स हेल्प मी इन माई एंटरप्रेन्योर जर्नी कि कैसे मैं चीजों को, कैसे एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को कैसे आप चला सकते हो, इंटर्न्स को कैसे ट्रीट कर सकते हैं, राइट, और क्या क्या होता है, इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड्स क्या क्या होते हैं. सो वो चीजें मैंने उस टाइम सीखी और फिर स्टार्ट किया अपना कुछ फ्रीलांसिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं, देखते हैं कैसे हो पाते हैं, प्रोजेक्ट्स मिलते भी है नहीं मिल पाते हैं. सो हमने बहुत सारी, फिर मैंने एक टीम बनाई, अपने कलीग्स को थोड़ा मोटिवेट किया कि हाँ लेट्स डू. इससे क्या होगी, हमारी लर्निंग भी बढ़ेगी. अगर आप यहाँ पे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, सो यू हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ टाइम इन योर करिकुलम जिसमें आप एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज कर सकते हो. सो फोकस ऑन लर्निंग. सो हमने ऐसे ही लर्निंग पे फोकस किया एंड देन वी गॉट सम प्रोजेक्ट्स मिलते गए, हमने प्रोजेक्ट्स डिलीवर किया टाइम पे. एंड देन हमने सोचा कि लेट्स डू अ स्टार्टअप. सो स्टार्टअप करने के लिए आपके पास सबसे पहले एक प्रॉब्लम होनी चाहिए, राइट. तो प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई करना पे हम लोग लग गए, हमारी पूरी टीम रिसर्च करने लगी कि क्या क्या चल रहा है. सो ब्लॉकचेन हमें आता था तो हमने सोचा क्यों ना ब्लॉकचेन के थ्रू कुछ किया जाए. सो उस टाइम काउंटरफीटिंग ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत सारा चल रहा था, राइट. 2016 में हमने देखा कि $1 बिलियन मार्केट है, काउंटरफिट प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं. सो क्यों ना इस पूरे सप्लाई चेन को हम एक ट्रांसपेरेंट इकोसिस्टम में डाल दें और इसको ब्लॉकचेन एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की मदद से कुछ इसका किया जाए, कुछ सॉल्यूशन दें इसका. सो फिर हमने एक पूरा प्रोटोटाइप बनाए, एक प्रॉब्लम पूरी आइडेंटिफाई करी, क्या मार्केट है, कैसे क्या क्या चलता है. पूरी आइडेंटिफाई करने के बाद हमने एक सप्लाई चेन, ट्रांसपेरेंट सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट ऑन ब्लॉकचेन हमने पूरा बनाया एंड देन उसको स्टार्ट किया. After some time we realized that it is not sufficient in India to create a blockchain ecosystem in supply chain. So फिर थोड़ा और रिसर्च करा, फिर थोड़ा और प्रोडक्ट इन्हांसमेंट करके वेंडर से बात करके क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है उनको, एंड देन ये 2 साल बीत गए और कोविड केम. सो हमारा पूरा स्टार्टअप जो था सप्लाई चेन का वो पूरा खत्म ही हो गया. हमें खत्म करना पड़ा क्योंकि वो कोई भी वेंडर उस टाइम न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज लेने के लिए रेडी नहीं था, क्योंकि उनके अपने ही इकोसिस्टम में अपने ही इन हाउस टेक्नोलॉजीज बहुत सारी चल नहीं पा रही थी. राइट. सो एक चीज और समझ में आई स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में कि जितना जल्दी आप लोग, एक फेल फास्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, जितनी जल्दी आप रियलाइज कर लो कि ये स्टार्टअप नहीं चलने वाला है उतना आपके लिए बेनिफिट है. ठीक है. सो दैट यू कैन सेव द रिसोर्सेज, यू कैन सेव द टाइम, सेव द मनी. और फिर हमने अपने मेंटर से डिस्कस किया, हमारे टेक्निकल मेंटर्स से क्या कर सकते हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपके पास ब्लॉकचेन की एक्सपर्टीज है, कुछ इसमें ही कीजिए. सो फिर हम 6 महीने बैठ के, कोविड था, घर में बैठे बैठे क्या करें, बहुत सारी चीजें करी हमने. डिजिटल इंडिया चल रहा था, डिजिटल जमाना चल रहा था, हर कुछ डिजिटल हो चुका था उस टाइम पे, सब एग्जाम्स भी डिजिटल हो रहे थे. सो फिर हमने देखा एक न्यूज में कि एक यूनिवर्सिटी ने कुछ 35,000 सर्टिफिकेट्स फेक जनरेट कर दिए, सो डिग्रीज फेक जनरेट कर दिए. राइट. फिर हमने बहुत ज्यादा उसके बारे में रिसर्च की, तो देखा कि इंडिया में एक ये पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम में बहुत ज्यादा एक इशू है, बहुत बड़ा इशू है फेक सर्टिफिकेशंस का, फेक डॉक्यूमेंट्स का, एंड फॉर्जरी ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट बहुत ज्यादा है. तो हमने इसके बारे में और रिसर्च किया और देखा कि इसका कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है. मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी के एंड पे कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है. कैसे आप किसी सर्टिफिकेट को फेक किया कैसे कर सकते हो, जब तक पकड़ा जाता है तब तक बहुत देर हो चुकी है होती है. सो हम इस प्रोडक्ट के साथ आए डिजीपत्रा. सो डिजीपत्रा एक ब्लॉकचेन बेस्ड क्रिप्टोग्राफिक डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन पोर्टल है. यहाँ पे आप लोग किसी भी शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्सेज से लेके डिग्री डिप्लोमा कोई भी आप लोग सर्टिफिकेट्स इस पे डाल सकती है, यूनिवर्सिटीज डाल सकती है, एंड यूजर कैन शेयर देयर सर्टिफिकेट्स इन टू एनी थर्ड पार्टी. सो इससे क्या होता है कि अभी मेरे को एक सर्टिफिकेट वेरीफाई कराना है, सपोज मैं कंपनी हूँ, ठीक है, मुझे अपना एक सर्टिफिकेट वेरीफाई करवाना है. सो मैं क्या करूँगा, आप इंस्टीट्यूशन के रजिस्ट्रार और डीन पीजी या किसी को मेल करूँगा कि भाई बता दो ये सर्टिफिकेट वैलिड है कि नहीं. वो 3-4 महीने लगाएंगे मेल करने में और फिर बताएंगे कि हाँ ये फेक नहीं है या जो भी है. सो इट्स अभी भी इट्स अ वेरी टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस, जिसमें कि आपको बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम कंज्यूम हो जाता है, आपके रिसोर्सेज बहुत ज़्यादा खर्च हो जाते हैं. तो ये प्रोडक्ट हमारा इसलिए कि आप एक विद इन 1 क्लिक यू कैन वेरीफाई वेदर इट्स अ सर्टिफिकेट फेक और नॉट. ठीक है, कहाँ से इशू है, किसने इशू किया है, क्या इशू है, बिकॉज इट्स ऑन ब्लॉकचेन. ब्लॉकचेन प्रोवाइड्स यू ट्रांसपेरेंट इकोसिस्टम, ट्रांसपेरेंट नेटवर्क, यू कैन वेरीफाई इजीली. सो इस प्रोडक्ट को हम लेके आए, इस प्रोडक्ट को हमने पिच किया, इस प्रोडक्ट को हमने मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन को पिच किया. दे लाइक टाइप प्रोडक्ट, वी गॉट फंडिंग and we recognized as a top 75 emerging startup in India. So गौरव सर मैंने पिच कर दिया आपको.
You are welcome.
So now coming to the entrepreneurial motivation, क्या क्या मोटिवेशन हो सकते हैं एक entrepreneur के लिए. अखिलेश सर ने काफी अच्छा बताया and it was so motivational talk. So I am not from biotech, I have no idea, but एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर्नी सबके लिए सेम ही होती है, चाहे वो किसी भी फील्ड का हो. ठीक है, इफ यू नो द एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोसेस, हाउ टू स्टार्ट अ वेंचर, हाउ टू क्रिएट अ वेंचर, इट विल वर्क इन एवरी सेक्टर. सो नो मैटर इन विच सेक्टर यू आर वर्किंग ऑन. सो फर्स्ट जो मुझे लगता है एज पर माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग, फर्स्ट एंटरप्रेन्योर मोटिवेशन ऑटोनॉमी एंड इंडिपेंडेंस होता है कि आप कुछ अपना ही करना चाहते हो, आपके पास फुल फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हो कि आप कुछ करो अपना, यू वांट टू क्रिएट समथिंग और योर ओन. ठीक है. सो ये मुझे फ्रीडम, ये उस टाइम जब मैं इंटर्नशिप्स कर रहा था तो मुझे रियलाइज होगा कि मैं जॉब तो नहीं कर सकता हूँ. राइट. मैं 9 to 5 वाली जॉब नहीं कर सकता हूँ. मुझे कुछ खुद का बिल्ड करना है. राइट. और बहुत सारी मुझे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में काफ़ी मजा आता है. सो आई वॉन्ट दैट इंडिपेंडेंस. हालांकि अब 9 to 5 की जगह 9 to 9 भी काम करना पड़ता है और रात में भी काम करना पड़ता है, बट this type is, you know, this work is motivated you. The second one is a passion and purpose. So passion कई बार entrepreneur होता है, कई लोगों का होता है, बहुत सारे लोग स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट भी करते हैं और बहुत सारे फेल भी होते हैं, because they don't know the purpose. So purpose is very important. Your passion is there, that's okay, but purpose, why you are doing, ठीक है, किसको डिलीवर करना है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, क्यों कर रहे हो, पर्पस क्या है उसका.
शुभम,
हेलो हेलो,
are you changing the slide?
yes sir, I am changing slide. हेलो,
वो फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे ही है अभी, तो आप नहीं होगा तो एक बार चेंज करके देखिए.
मैं एक बार फिर से करता
फिर
हूँ.
से. हाँ,
फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे अभी भी.
अभी तो शेयर नहीं है. हाँ हाँ, आ गया है. चेंज करिए. हाँ, हो रहा है चेंज.
ठीक है, थैंक यू.
हम्म.
सो यस, ऑटोनॉमी एंड इंडिपेंडेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो मैं कह रहा था. सो इसके बाद जो आता है वो पर्पस एंड पैशन. सो पैशन एंटरप्रेन्योर हो सकता है, आपका पैशन है किसी चीज में, बहुत अच्छी बात है, बट पर्पस, यू हैव टू डिफाइन अ पर्पस, व्हाई यू आर डूइंग. ठीक है, क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाले हो, किसके लिए क्या प्रॉब्लम है, किसके लिए सॉल्व करने वाले हो, कौन टारगेट ऑडियंस होगा. ठीक, यू हैव टू प्लान एवरीथिंग, राइट फ्रॉम द डे वन. जब से आपने सोच लिया कि मुझे ये करना है, यू हैव टू प्लान एवरीथिंग. आप अगले 5 साल की प्लानिंग अभी कर डालो. क्या पर्पस है, क्या क्यों कर रहे हो, नेक्स्ट फर्स्ट फेज क्या होगा, सेकंड फेज क्या होगा, थर्ड फेज क्या होगा, कैसे स्केल करोगे. ठीक है, वो सारी चीजें आपके पास होनी ही चाहिए. ठीक, सो दैट यू कैन यू रिड्यूस योर चांसेस टू फेल. The third is achievement and recognition. So we got some recognition, and so the former chairman of AICT, honorable Sasbude sir, उनके साथ हम लोगों ने काम किया और काफी अच्छा रहा. Second one is you can see with our former education minister of Delhi, Shri Manish Sisodia ji. So इनका एक प्रोग्राम था बिजनेस ब्लास्टर्स, you must have heard about it, जिसमें कि सारे गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में ये क्या करते हैं, 2000 रुपीज देते हैं सब 9 to 11th के बच्चों को, so that they can start their entrepreneurial journey, they can think about their entrepreneurial venture. और एक पूरा EMC है, entrepreneurial mindset curriculum. So I was in this founding team of business blasters coach. तो हमने एक पायलट किया था खिचड़ीपुर स्कूल में. वहां मुझे इतने सारे आइडियाज दिखे बच्चों के कि क्या क्या कर रहे हैं. मतलब कई बार हम खुद भूल जाते थे कि हम क्या बताएं इन बच्चों को. मतलब वो इतना सब कुछ करके बैठे हुए हैं बच्चे आजकल के, रिसर्च का हो, बाकी टेक्नोलॉजीज की नॉलेज. किसी ने मुझे बताया था कि अगर आपको कुछ सही इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, कुछ अपने आइडिया का वैलिडेशन करना है, सो अपने से 2-3 साल छोटे एज में जो छोटे हैं उनसे बात करो. they will tell you whether this idea is good or not. ठीक है, सो वो काफी अच्छा पॉइंट होता है, काफी अच्छा क्लिक करता है. सो मैंने उनको काफी समझाया, काफी सारी हमने एक्टिविटीज भी करी वहाँ पे. सो कई बार एक जिस टीम को मैं हैंडल कर रहा था, उनका प्रोडक्ट फर्स्ट फेज में फेल हो गया. सो कह रहे कि भैया ये जो प्रोडक्ट है हमने बनाया तो है, ये फेल हुए जा रहा है, कोई खरीद ही नहीं रहा, प्रोडक्ट खराब है क्या. सो मैंने उनको समझाया कि नहीं, कई बार आपका प्रोडक्ट खराब नहीं होता, आपका प्रोसेस खराब होता है. ठीक है, सो यू हैव टू स्ट्रेटेजाइज एवरीथिंग, क्या प्रोसेस है, क्या कैसे बेचना है आपको किसी प्रोडक्ट को, कैसे मार्केट करना है आपको प्रोडक्ट को. ठीक है, वो प्रोसेस बड़ा जरूरी है. सो फिर उन्होंने अपना प्रोसेस चेंज किया, प्रोडक्ट वही रखा. ठीक है, डिस्प्ले बहुत अच्छा किया, मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी काफी अच्छी करी, और वो फिर प्रोडक्ट बिकने लग गया. एंड दे वर सेलेक्टेड इन टॉप 100 जो भी टीम्स होती हैं पूरी दिल्ली में. सो ये काफी अच्छा रहा. सो इसके अलावा आई वॉज इन्वाइटेड इन नेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी वीक बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन, AICT. सो हमने एक्सप्लेन किया अपना प्रोडक्ट अगेन AICT को, ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर को एंड वाइस चेयरमैन सर को. So they were very happy to see again our stall in AICT Pavilion, and एक motivational talk वहाँ पे भी थी. So this type of these things keeps motivated you. ये कुछ मेरे हिसाब से कुछ मोटिवेशनल एक चीज होती है एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए, जिसके लिए एंटरप्रेन्योर काम करता है. So achievement and recognition, passion and independence. And the last one is financial rewards. So ये तो होता ही है, it is a by product. जब आपका काम चल रहा है, आपका प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है, तो पैसा आएगा ही आएगा, नो डाउट, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली सब काम तो पैसे के लिए ही करते हैं. एक सज्जन मुझे मिले, कह रहे कि मैं तो ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दूंगा सब कुछ, मैं पैसे के लिए काम नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली पैसे से के लिए ही काम करते हैं. इफ यू आर एंटरप्रेन्योर, इफ यू आर रनिंग अ कंपनी, यू हैव टू अर्न मनी. ठीक है, क्योंकि आप अपने लिए ही नहीं, आप 10 फैमिलीज को और चला रहे हैं जो आपके साथ एसोसिएटेड है. सो यू हैव टू अर्न मनी, यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट इट कि क्या आप सही में वो 10 फैमिलीज को चला पाएंगे, नहीं चला पाएंगे. सिर्फ आपकी फैमिली आप पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. ठीक है, कोई भी एक प्रोडक्ट निकालने से पहले मार्केट में इस चीज को सोचना चाहिए. अगर आप इफ यू आर thinking to go into entrepreneurial journey, if you are thinking to start your own venture, you have to consider these things. इसके अलावा आजकल वैल्यूएशन गेम बहुत चल रहा है, तो एक मैंने गालिब से सीखा है थोड़ा सा कि ये स्टार्टअप नहीं आसान, इतना समझ लीजिए, वैल्यूएशन का गेम है और वैल्यू निकाल के लाना है. So you have to think about the value, what kind of value you are delivering to the customers, what kind of value you are giving to your audiences, your investors. ठीक है, so वैल्यूएशन के गेम में ना पड़े, वैल्यू के पीछे पड़े, वैल्यूएशन खुद आ जाएगी. रणछोड़ बाबा ने भी कहा था. सो वैल्यू इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसके अलावा जब आप कोई भी स्टार्टअप सोचते हैं कि स्टार्टअप आपको करना है, सो एक चीज होती है मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट. मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट क्या होता है कि जो आपके मिनिमम फंक्शनैलिटीज हैं, आप उन पे ध्यान देते हो, रादर देन कि आप पूरे ही सारी फंक्शनैलिटीज पे वर्क कर रहे हो. सो दिस इज हाउ मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट इज बिल्ड. हमारा ये मानना है, हमारी कंपनी में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट बनाने से पहले आपको एक चीज पे ध्यान रखना है. हम MVP मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट पे नहीं जाके मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल प्रॉब्लम पे जाते हैं. सो ये हमारे स्टार्टअप की हमारी अपनी ये अप्रोच है. सो यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन आइडेंटिफाइंग एंड एड्रेसिंग द मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल प्रॉब्लम दैट योर प्रोडक्ट और स्टार्टअप एम्स टू सॉल्व. ठीक है, मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट बाद में आएगा, पहले प्रॉब्लम तो ढूंढ लो. ठीक है, मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल प्रॉब्लम, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉब्लम फर्स्ट एंड अंडरस्टैंड द प्रॉब्लम. प्रॉब्लम जब तक आप नहीं समझोगे, आपने MVP बना भी लिया बट वो चलेगा नहीं चलेगा इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है. तो प्रॉब्लम आपने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया अच्छे से, प्रॉब्लम को बहुत अच्छे से समझ लिया, उसके बाद आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट बनाएंगे, MVP बनाएंगे या फिर फुल प्रोटोटाइप बनाएंगे, तब उसके सक्सेस के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं. ठीक है, कई लोग क्या करते हैं कि पहले ही सॉल्यूशन बनाना स्टार्ट कर दिया. पहले प्रॉब्लम तो समझिए, आप प्रॉब्लम क्या कर रहे हैं. सो आई वॉज इन्वाइटेड इन DU एज अ जज इन अ हैकाथॉन. सो वहाँ पे मैंने देखा कि बच्चे लग गए, थीम्स दी जाती हैं, थीम्स के अकॉर्डिंग दे दिया कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है, लॉजिस्टिक्स है, साइबर सिक्योरिटी है, थीम्स दे दी, कुछ भी बना रहे हैं बच्चे. कईयों के काफी अच्छे भी होते हैं जो डिजर्व करते हैं जीतना, लेकिन कई बच्चे होते हैं जो समझते नहीं है इस चीज को. पहले आपको प्रॉब्लम को समझना पड़ेगा कि क्या प्रॉब्लम मैं सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ. प्रॉब्लम आपने आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया, प्रॉब्लम आपने अच्छे से समझ लिया, आपका 80% वर्क वहीं खत्म हो गया है. रेस्ट इज 20% ही है आपका प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट एंड प्रोडक्ट डिलीवरी. 80% इज योर प्रॉब्लम अंडरस्टैंडिंग, कि आपके माइंडसेट क्या कह रहा है, आपका माइंड में क्या प्रॉब्लम है. ठीक है, आप बोलते कुछ और हो, समझते कुछ और हो, तो वैसे नहीं चलेगा काम. आपको समझना पड़ेगा प्रॉब्लम. देन यू कम टू मिनिमम वायबल प्रोडक्ट. वो बहुत ही रैपिडली बन जाएगा, कोई इशू नहीं होगा, क्योंकि आपके माइंड में बहुत ज्यादा क्लैरिटी है. द थर्ड वन इज एक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट में एक चीज होती है CI/CD. सो कॉन्टिन्यूस इंटीग्रेशन एंड कॉन्टिन्यूस डिप्लॉयमेंट. इंटीग्रेशन इन द सेंस कि जो भी हम कोड्स डेवलप करते हैं, जो भी हम कोडिंग करते हैं, सो वी यूजुअली कोलैबोरेटिव एक एनवायरनमेंट में कोड करते हैं, कोई टीम किसी फीचर पे काम कर रही है, कोई टीम किसी फीचर पे काम कर रही है, सो दैट इंटीग्रेशन इज ऑटोमेटिकली, सो वो कंटिन्यूस इंटीग्रेशन होता रहता है। एंड अनदर वन इज कंटिन्यूस डिप्लॉयमेंट, जैसे वो इंटीग्रेशन खत्म हुआ सो हम सर्वर पे अपलोड कर देते हैं सारे कोड्स। सो इससे निकाल के हमने CI/CD से हमारे स्टार्टअप ने हमें बनाया CI/CD, कॉन्टिन्यूस इनोवेशन एंड कॉन्टिन्यूस इनोवेशन ऑफ डिलीवरी, ठीक है, एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। तो CI/CD को हम इस तरीके से देखते हैं कि आपके कोई भी इनोवेशंस हैं, आप कुछ भी इनोवेशन कर रहे हो, वो कॉन्टिन्यूस होना चाहिए। और जब भी आप कोई इनोवेटिव प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हो, कुछ भी इनोवेशन आया, सो डोंट कीप इट विथ यू, उसको रिलीज कर दो मार्केट में एज सुन एज पॉसिबल। तो इनोवेशन का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर आपने कुछ चीज डेवलप कर ली और सोच रहे हो कि आपको फुल फ्लेजेज ही मार्केट में लेके जाओगे, तब तक बहुत देर हो चुकी होगी, क्योंकि ये बहुत ही ज्यादा कॉम्पिटिटिव वर्ल्ड है। हम देख रहे हैं कि रोज कुछ ना कुछ टेक्नोलॉजीज आ रही है, सो यू हैव टू बी लिटिल फास्टर इन योर प्रोडक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड डिलीवरी। सो जैसे ही कुछ इनोवेशन आता है, कॉन्टिन्यूस इनोवेशन आपको करना है एंड कॉन्टिन्यूस डिलीवरी ऑफ द इनोवेशन करना है। सो फटाफट उसको डिलीवर करते जाओ, अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को फीडबैक लेते जाओ उसके ऊपर। And yes, we are supported by the Ministry of Education, DTU and AICT. So thank you. That's it from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask. Hello, am I audible, Gaurav sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. If anyone has any question,
Yes. The session is now open for the question answer. If you have any query, you can ask to our speaker. Yes, Vinit.
Sir.
Yes, yes, please ask.
Sir, my question is, what is your startup doing? Like, are they providing technical support to other startups, or like integrating with blockchain and IoT, or like what are they doing? I wasn't able to understand.
okay, so we are a SaaS company, software as service. We are providing services to the industry, academia, and government, and in different terms and technologies. For example, if you need any sort of solution in blockchain or artificial intelligence, we have that team to develop everything. And if you need any kind of assistance in 5G or post quantum encryption, we are also doing that. Apart from that, we have our own in-house product, DigiPatra, that is cryptographic document verification portal based on blockchain. So these all are the things we are doing.
Sir, you can show the certificate of an product if
Yes.
you can.
Let me.
That will be clear the doubt of the participant.
Sure. Let me.
So, sir, if a startup is trying to integrate all these technologies, so you will help them.
We'll sure help them, and yeah, we are more focused on our product right now. But yeah,
Okay.
we are into consultancy and other service providing. Just
Thank you, sir.
just a second. I'm showing.
And on 29th and 30th July, the Ministry of Education is also going to organize a mega event to celebrate the 3rd anniversary of National Education Policy. So I think you will also get invitation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will meet in Pragati Maidan again.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay. I'm also coming there to share the achievement of our university.
Is this my screen visible to you, sir? So this is certificate we recently delivered to IMS Ghaziabad in their international conference. If you scan this QR right now, you'll find everything. It is on blockchain, so you cannot tamper it. If you want to scan, you can scan this QR code.
You can scan with the QR scanner.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Any scanner if you have, you don't need any specific scanner.
We get the information like Vikas Singhal,
Yes.
their email ID, their college name, their paper title, and all the things.
Yes, sir. It is not temperable. You cannot temper it. Even I cannot temper it. I am an admin of this certificate generator. So yes. Apart from this, I think आपके पास बहुत सारे students हैं. If you have any query related to startup, and if you have any doubt, you can always contact to. I think you have fantastic faculty at IIC. बहुत ही अच्छे से run कर रहे हैं sir. So IICs for institutions, innovations, and entrepreneurial culture development. You can always go there and discuss with sir. And if you have any questions related to startup or anything, you can ask me right now.
Okay. So participant, if you have any query, the session is open. Anyone want to ask? Okay, so there is no question, I think. So let me conclude the session. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Shubham, Prajapati sir, to accept our invitation, and delivering such an invited talk, as well as share his success journey with the participant. Now kindly accept digital memento in the digital era.
Thank you, sir.
On behalf of Institute Innovation Council and School of Biomedical Science and School of Business of Galgoti University.
Thank you so much, sir. It is an honor to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you once again. Thank you. So let me proceed for the next session. Our next speaker has joined with us. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you are muted. So let me introduce first our speaker, keynote speaker, Dr. Shivangi, ma'am. She has 11 years of experience working in the clinical research industry, having worked in the prominent hospitals, contract research organization, and ethics committee. She is having clinical research teaching experience in universities and institute in Delhi NCR region. She is currently serving as a Chief Executive Officer at Fineness Institute of Clinical Research. Furthermore, she is a YouTube content creator at the channel Fitness Institute of Clinical Research and teaches fresher to intermediate level in the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, medical writing, and regulatory affairs. I would like to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Shivangi Singh ma'am, to kindly motivate the participant. Over to you, ma'am.
Sir, I hope I'm audible now.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Now I'll just share my journey. So before going into the whole presentation, I would like to tell you about my organization where I work in. It's Fineness Institute of Clinical Research, and the email ID is provided. You can check it out if you want. So before going into the whole entrepreneurship, my journey, how I started, I just want to tell you a bit on clinical research so that students can understand what is clinical research. I'll just take the example of COVID, and we know how it impacted the world and how all industries were impacted on COVID. And what clinical research basically does is when a drug or a medical device or a vaccine is being developed, and then the preclinical testing by AI technology and animal models, then it comes into the human trial. That is the clinical research phase, where we test the drug, vaccine, or medical device in humans so that we can release it in the public and tell the population it is safe and efficacy and it's effective. So you can imagine the seriousness of this profession, because no drug can come into the market unless it's safe and effective. Yes, even after coming into the market, there are incidences when the safety or the efficacy or the manufacturing has been impacted. But so basically that is clinical research, and we are basically dealing with the regulations, Indian regulations and European and US regulations that are basically the pharma companies where the projects come from. So entrepreneurship is the path less traveled. It's very difficult, requiring determination, passion, and expertise in a particular field. So you have to find a field which interests you, and you feel that there is something that you can add on and deliver, and that can really impact the people and surrounding and the education system around you. So in the clinical research industry, we have embarked on the journey making a significant impact on healthcare and education. So we all tell our students, because without clinical research, new innovation, drugs, vaccines, and medical devices, and even cosmetics that are being used cannot come into the market. And it has to be, it is a relatively newer field. So we try to educate as much as possible. So by profession, I did my BDS, Bachelor of Dental Surgery. And afterwards, I completed my clinical research degree. And then I eventually started working in hospitals. So in general, in clinical research is done in hospital on patients. So, and not every hospital does clinical research. The hospitals that have large population pools that have catered to a lot of population, it can be private, it can be a government hospital. So that is where the whole clinical research starts. And majorly, when you start your career in clinical research, it is in hospitals, and then you can progress to contract research and pharma. So first, when I started, I worked in hospitals, and the patient interaction was there. And then I went to the pharma companies and the CROs. And then I learned how the pharma companies work and what are the regulatory governmental requirements, specifically when it comes to India. Obviously, it is not stagnant, it is volatile, it keeps on changing. So we have to keep on learning. So after institutes and hospitals, and I started teaching in different universities and institutes in Delhi NCRs. And then I started the whole entrepreneurship journey and started our own organization, that is Fineness Institute of Clinical Research. And currently, we are just doing online trainings, and we are going to progress in offline as well in the coming years. So as a CEO, what I do, I oversee the strategic direction and overall management of the institute. And the Fineness Institute has gained recognition and the leading institutes for clinical research education. And our entrepreneurial endeavor extends beyond the physical boundaries of a classroom. And we even have a digital realm. We started our YouTube channel. So the best, when you do a startup, so when you're starting a new startup and you have a lot of expenses around, you try to find out what is the best possible way that you can reach your customers without investing a lot of money in the initial phase, right? So YouTube channel is one of the best medium through which you can get exposed and to your students and the customers that you need to acquire. And and the beauty of YouTube is that you can get exposure to students and customers from different countries as well. So if you want to check it out, our YouTube channel is called Fineness Institute of Clinical Research, and there are many videos related to this clinical research domain. And through our channel, we try and keep on adding videos, sharing valuable insights and teaching on clinical research, pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, medical writing, and regulatory affairs. So before going into further on, I'll just tell you, I have told you a bit on clinical research. I'll tell you a bit on pharmacovigilance and clinical data and medical writing and regulatory. So after the drugs, after you do clinical research and the drugs come into the market, so there can be rare side effects. Even after the drug or vaccine comes to the market, there can be rare side effects. So for that, you have to have a pharmacovigilance in place so that it can detect the side effect even after the drug comes to the market. And many instances are there that even after coming into the market, the drug has been withdrawn. And then the clinical data management, it is data management, as you might be aware, data management, we have to, the only way we can tell the government, we can inform the government that we are doing good activities and good quality data that we have, and we can submit the report to the government, is through clinical data management. Is basically they clean the data and they find out the errors and make quality data so that the analysis can be done, and then we can submit a report that is called clinical study report, and then the drug and vaccine can come into the market. Medical writings are basically writing documents on related to clinical research. There are many documents that need to be submitted to the government as well as the other stakeholders that are involved. And regulatory affairs is related to the regulatory affairs is subjected to many domains, and we are specifically interested in doing the drug regulatory affairs, in which the communication and the interaction and the submissions that are needed to the government for approval or for any notification that is required. So that is regulatory affair. So our content caters, the content that we have in YouTube and what we teach is very basic to intermediate level. And that is accessible and informative session to understand the field. We don't have to be a doctor or a pharma background. You can be from a life science, and the general interest. Specifically, I'll just repeat, after COVID, we all saw in news what is the vaccine is being developed, phase 1 is being done, phase 2 is being done, and we should be really proud of that we are among the very few countries in the world that has obviously the higher number of vaccination rate as well as an indigenous vaccine. So it really means that India has definitely worked upon the clinical research. And obviously we also have helped our neighboring countries by providing the vaccine. So our YouTube channel exemplifies innovative entrepreneurial mindset, leveraging technology to reach a broader audience, and to obviously keep it simplified as much as possible so that everybody can understand. So when I talk about our institute, it's an MSME and Quality Council of India registered organization. We have recently been awarded the Global Professional Award 2023 for the best clinical research teaching institute. And there are many organizations that help in the learning of clinical research. The one is the Indian Society of Clinical Research, and we won the quiz of in the category of academic institute. And Central Vigilance Commission certificate of commitment also we have. And we have, since our customer base is we get through social media. So and social media is nowadays has a lot of impact, specifically when you're trying to make a career, right? When we search for jobs, and the LinkedIn is the first way that we can get verified jobs that is not fake. And so that's like that. We provide information related to this field on LinkedIn and job openings, and we have a lot of followers in LinkedIn and YouTube. Also, we are about to cross 60,000 views and 1.4K subscribers. And because since this YouTube and LinkedIn is accessible to many other countries, we have the good opportunity to get students from India as well as overseas, France, Germany, US, Qatar, and Nepal. And it's a learning experience for us as well, because we have to learn about the regulations in different countries before teaching. So we get to learn in the whole process as well. Okay, now we'll just talk about like the entrepreneurship spirit. So like any entrepreneur journey, you have to start from scratch, right? You may have a lot of contacts, you may have previous students from different organizations and companies that you work for, and you have colleagues that can support you, that can guide you. But generally, it is all you that you have to start up. And being a doctor, my technology side isn't that great, to be really honest. So I had to learn from scratch. I had to learn YouTube from scratch. I have to see the website, how it's done, and how to make it more accessible and accessible to the student. So you have to keep on learning, never give up, and keep on learning. We are in a digital age, and you have a lot of access online. Some are relevant, some are not. That you have to decide and get the guidance, which is the right way and the right platform to discuss things. So that is how you have to start your entrepreneurship journey. And apart from that, you have to realize that you have to create a product that is catered to your audience, right? If I feel majority of my audience I just one second. One second.
Ma'am, you are muted.
Sorry. Now it's okay. Now am I audible?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
So, dear participants, in today's rapidly evolving world, entrepreneurship has become a powerful force driving innovation, economic growth, and positive change. So, when you become an entrepreneur, you are not only improving the customers' acquisition as well as the product that you're offering. You're also becoming, you're basically generating employment for the people around you in your country. And that is something I feel as an entrepreneur, I feel proud that I can generate employment. I can guide the students in the correct manner and get the placement done. So that is what drives me to constantly learn and constantly improve. So it offers a path of endless possibilities, allowing individuals like you to transform ideas into reality. So there are many organizations and many mediums through which you can. Once. I'm so sorry. So there are many organizations and there are mediums through which you can transform your idea and bringing it to reality. I am doing online work, so it has their own challenges because the credibility issue comes across. You have to constantly work on building your team, and you're building your trust amongst the customers. And it offers path of endless possibilities, and to inspire you, the future leaders and innovators that all of you are, to embrace entrepreneurial spirit and embark a journey that can shape not only your lives but the world around you. So when any entrepreneur becomes successful, it leads to employment generation, and it leads to bringing hope to many more who can maybe embrace the same path as you did. So now embrace your passion. Entrepreneurship becomes with a spark of passion. Please take a moment to reflect on what truly excites you. Don't go into anything, I personally feel, don't go into the data and what field that is relevant now, or making the most amount of money. Just first you have to realize what you are good at, what something that you can offer, perhaps you can do better, that is currently being offered. So what really genuinely excites you, and what problems you are eager to solve. So there are many technology advanced solutions that are being offered now. Perhaps that wasn't done earlier, and what opportunities you are determined to seize, what opportunities you think that you should grab, so that you can, even in your employment journey, you can climb the ladder and learn. Nobody, if I hadn't worked in other organizations, if I hadn't learned the craft and worked in hospitals, I would have never ever, thought of starting on something on my own, because I need to know the craft before giving out the information. Because since it keeps on changing, I also have to keep on updating. There are many ways and many groups that you can join, and you can basically get the latest information. Many WhatsApp channels are there, WhatsApp pages are there, groups are there, LinkedIn pages are there, that you can use to your advantage. So follow your passion relentlessly, as they will fuel your drive and perseverance along your entrepreneur journey. So need to follow your passion, and you have to have a plan. How will you start? The best possible way is doing your job online. You need a website. You have to build on your website, and you have to showcase the product, a commodity that can be tangible or intangible that you're planning on selling. And then you can see the response. And then obviously you can go offline, and you can start the whole process. But generally online, when you start something, the amount of investment is it's very bare minimum, so anybody can start, and you can see how things go. Entrepreneurship really starting something new is comparatively easy. Sustaining that over time and modifying your approach with time is what will sustain you and differentiate you from the market. You have to keep on learning and keep on changing yourself. There are many examples in India as well, the Indian Make it Indian products that are doing even better than maybe the foreign competitors. So you have to keep on understanding the target audience. Remember, the most successful entrepreneurs who are those who are deeply passionate about your work. So you cannot have a shortcut, and you cannot half-heartedly learn and then implicate. You have to get all the possible knowledge before imparting that to the other person, or before making that product, so that your job become easier from the day one. Embrace innovation and adaptability. Entrepreneurship is synonym with innovation. You have to keep on innovating and finding out the ways of delivering your product in the best possible way. For example, when I started doing my online classes, I was using WebEx, the free version of the WebEx. But the problem was you had a 40 minutes class limit, and it used to expire, without even informing, and the class used to get off. So then I got to know about Google. Students informed me, please, ma'am, you can try Google Meet. It's also free, and you can have more than 40 minutes of classes. So that is how I keep on learning and keep on asking maybe my peers, and my brother is a software engineer, so I keep on asking, how can I go and see my website, what do you think I can improve on my website? And the business aspect, my husband's a businessman, so I keep on asking, what approach should I have on improving in my business? So the more you learn is something that you can it's upon you, obviously, what to decide and what to intake or not, but you have to keep on learning. So embrace innovations as a powerful tool to disrupt industries, create new markets, and bring about positive change. Maybe you can have a complete new market altogether, and then you can obviously, when you create a new genre and you have a new market, you will be having less competition, but attracting that product to the customers is a different ball game altogether. If you have a lot of investment, if you have a lot of money to spend from the day one, it becomes very easy for you to attract students. You can have advertisements and you can play it big. But when you are on a limited budget, when you're starting your startup, you have to be very mindful what works, what not works. Like maybe give an ad for a week or a month and then decide, did I get something back? Maybe Facebook ads are good, maybe Google ads are good, maybe my YouTube, maybe giving YouTube ad, maybe newspaper ads. What works for you? What attracts your audience or customers? You have to keep that in mind. So additionally, be adaptable and open to change, as entrepreneur landscape is dynamic. When we started prior to COVID, everybody was open. Like they were very much fascinated by doing online classes because there was nothing else, right? But now the scenario has changed, so we are also adapting, and we have to cater to the offline students as well. So embracing new technology, emerging trends, and involving customer needs to stay ahead of the curve. You have to keep on changing yourself, you're changing your strategies. Okay, the biggest lesson in my entrepreneur journey, I would say, never fear competition. Competition is good, because when you follow your competition, like I keep on, whenever I have my YouTube channel, I keep on following my competition, how much subscribers they have, or maybe checking out their website, what I can do to improve. Maybe I'm not saying copy them. I'm saying maybe you have a better idea, a better way of implicating that same idea. So it is the main driving force in business and economics, which make entrepreneurs work hard, struggling for a better profit. So in the end, we all, the entrepreneur, the biggest challenge and the biggest the problem with entrepreneurship is there's no guaranteed month-to-month pay, right? You have to, sometimes you get a lot of customers, and sometimes it doesn't happen. So the struggle is there. You have to keep that in mind. You have to be mindful of your resources, and you have to work on it. And it's a stimulus for many students to study and get better grades. Like when you have competition in your class, right? You always want to do better. You want to come first. You want to come second. So that is what stimulates you to do better. So likewise, in your business field, competition is something that they teach you a lot, teach you how to market, teach you how to be fearless and try something new that you haven't done before. And also obviously work on your, also improve your work strategy and think out of the box. You have maybe have an idea, maybe develop a course, or maybe develop a product that is that doesn't have a lot of competition. So yeah, embrace collaboration and networking. So this is, I feel it is very important when you're working in your entrepreneurship journey, because you need to, many organizations have to collaborate with government funded or private organizations. And because even when I take a COVID-19 example, so vaccine, the Department of Biotechnology, a lot of collaboration happened. Serum Institute also had to collaborate with AstraZeneca to get the vaccine on time, get the drug on time. So without collaboration, you cannot scale up in your business, in your startup. You have to collaborate and you have to network. So it is not a solitary journey. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals, attend webinars, attend seminars, attend conferences who share your vision and complement your skill, so that you can learn from them, learn the skill, maybe the product aspect of the skill, or maybe the entrepreneurship skill, how to handle difficult clients, customers, and how to convert them into your customers. Because sometimes it becomes challenging, and sometimes the language also becomes challenging. Some people prefer English, some people prefer the native language, and then you have to work on it and customize your classes as per that. Collaborate with others, seek mentors, and build a strong network of support. It doesn't have to be like you have to meet the person on a seminar and then contact and stay in touch. Now, like I before said, LinkedIn, you can whatever domain that you're trying to get in, you can get connections from that, and you can keep on joining, and many people are more than willing to help you in your work and guide you on how to do your start your whole entrepreneurship journey. And many collaborators, if you see like if you watch Shark Tank, right? I personally love watching Shark Tank, Indian and the US. I prefer the US one. Anyway, so but when you see Shark Tank, a lot of collaboration. What they are doing in Shark Tanks, they are asking for collaboration. They are asking for funding. They are asking so that when you collaborate with a known face or a known company, it really validates your product and it reaches out to bigger audience. Yes, your share and everything may cut off, but you are reaching out to more and more people. You have to, because in the end, you want your product to reach out to more people. And so that's how you can do that. The entrepreneurship community offers a wealth of knowledge, guidance, and potential partnership. So you have to be open to partnership, and you have to be open to collaborate with people so that they can add value to your organization and your product as well. Okay, now we will be talking about like technology. So technology, I would say, have obviously in today's day and age, and in specifically the work I do in clinical research, technology has changed a lot of things. Why I'm saying because a drug, when I talk about clinical research, I talk about a drug or a medical device. It generally takes 12 to 15 years from drug development, when in the lab, then the preclinical, and then the human trial happens. So it takes 12 to 15 years. But when we talk, again, I'm talking about COVID, because that is what impacted the whole industry as such. So we got that drug within 18 months. something that generally takes 12 to 15 years, it took less than a year. So technology had to play, people had, and we couldn't go out, right? We couldn't go out. People couldn't, most of the people couldn't go out and work. So it was all online happening. So technology has definitely impacted how things are doing in various industries, not even clinical research. Maybe technology is being used, how you get your grocery delivered, right? Maybe technology is how you get your food delivered, and how you get your appliances, repaired, or a computer repaired. Everything is, you can get at home, but you have to just use the technology and go to the right vendor, right? Go to Google, search a vendor, what you like, and go for it. So technology has definitely impacted on the business operation, no matter the size of your enterprise. So it can be a big enterprise, a mid-size, or a small user starting off. Technology has both tangible and intangible benefit that will make money and produce the results your customer demands. So and technology infrastructure affects the culture, efficiency, and relationship of business. So with the technology help, you have to firstly realize who are you catering to. If you are catering to the Indian audience, you have to customize your product accordingly. And suppose if I want to teach Indian students, I have to make sure the Indian regulations and guidelines are being taught more as compared to the other guidelines. And if I'm catering to suppose a student in France, I have to make sure the European guidelines is being more taught. And since they are not going to be living in India, they just want the European or maybe perhaps the American guidelines to be taught to them. So you have to be aware what is required by the students, and the efficiency of how you work. The biggest flaw which I find in people is they are not on time. They are not on time. The students are not on time. The teachers are not on time. When you set up a meeting, you have to be on time. You have try and make it a point to be before the designated time. Please come before the designated time, and be courteous. You have to be courteous. You have to have a when you go for an interview, you have to be courteous. You have to have use the formal language, wear the formal clothes, and look professional. Basically, that is what I'm trying to say. When you are studying in your institute and colleges, an organization, or going for your first interview, or working in a business environment, when you're dealing with clients and customers from multinational companies, and that are catering to Indian as well as outside Indian audience, you have to abide by that cultural and cultural aspect as well as the punctuality. And in many cultures, lack of punctuality is considered rudeness. So you have to keep that in mind. And when another thing that sometimes I feel, when you don't know, just say you don't know. If I don't know, I'll just say I don't know. Don't blabber something that can impact your meeting and your customer acquisition. If you don't know, and just say I'll get back to you. A certain amount of when we talk about technology, the major way that we interact with the client. Yeah. So the major way that we interact with our So the major way that we interact with our client is like online, right? And we have to make sure that everything happens in a timely manner, and we have to be thoughtful enough of the cultural background the other person is, and be respectful of that, so that you can have a long-term relationship in a business. So how you treat a person, is something that maybe it's being a student or maybe it being a client is what really builds your long-term association. Maybe you are not the most technologically savvy person, and your technology may not be the updated, but if you are prompt in your response, if you're doing anything timely, and you address when you accept your errors, and you timely deliver basically your variables and whatever you are delivering, it really impacts the person. If you don't do that, then the competition is a lot in any field. We have to realize that, and little things like that can really have an impact on your your customers. Okay, and now it also affects the security of the confidential information and the trade advantage. And you have whatever information that you're teaching, obviously, on your some products, how are they made? It is confidential, and how you have to preserve that. And maybe some data that you're collecting is confidential, so you have to have proper technology in place so that it cannot be adulterated and impacted, and it cannot be modified. Firstly, the communication with the customers, how you communicate, like what medium that you use for communication, emails or calls or video conference, whatever. Efficiency of operations. So whenever you get a customer call, please make it a point to at least address them within 24 hours to 48 hours, so that the person that is asking you the question or trying to do your business is even if you don't have the answer to that question, maybe the person is asked, at least revert back. We are in the process of getting you the answer. Please please note, we'll get your answer and revert back within 2-3 days. Let them know. Don't keep them. The biggest, when I started working in hospitals and CROs, we were working with foreign clients, and I didn't know, firstly, when I didn't know the answer, I used to say, I don't have the answer right now. What should I respond to them? So, but that was not the correct manner in responding. When you don't have the answer, respond to your client and customers that we'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days. So, or acknowledge their mail, basically. Acknowledge their mail, acknowledge their message, and then respond. This is the correct way of doing business. And then security. Yes, security is there. Many a times when we have a website, it sometimes gets breached, and the website doesn't work properly. We have to keep on having your team of technicals so that it can be resolved within 24 hours at least. So with technologies, this definitely happens. You have to keep updating your website, and basically when I do online work, my whole customer acquisition comes through majority my website. So if my website doesn't work properly, nobody will come to us, right? So for that, you have to keep on updating your website and keep on regularly checking it, if it's working or not, if it's been breached, and whatever information that we share with our students as well, we tell them it's confidential and a proprietary of our organization, and it is just for the study purpose. And even in clinical research, when you work in, since you're working in an investigational drug, you're working in an experimental treatment, confidentiality is very important, especially when you're dealing with foreign clients, because they have their privacy rule, HIPAA. US has HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act, and their privacy rules. We have to respect that. We have to follow that. And that's why with technology, we have an advantage, but we have to keep our commodity secure so that it cannot be hampered with. Okay. So with that, I would like to say that we come end. So everybody can tell the risk, obviously the risk and the possibility of success when you're doing your entrepreneurship journey. We have, depending on the domain that you're applying for and the competition level you have, the risk is a lot. And when you obviously leave your employment and you become your own boss, it has the advantages, but it has the disadvantages as well. And another thing that I would like to say about the risk, is many entrepreneurs and a big startups do is that if I am the CEO, it is not I cannot micromanage everything, right? I have to delegate a task to our employees and be be sure that they will deliver that. You should not micromanage everything, because you don't have the knowledge in each and every domain. You have to trust the other person to get the things done on time. So you have to keep that in mind and hire a good team. If you have a good team, if you have people who share the same vision as yourself, it will really impact how you deliver your product. If your team is good and they are willing to work at untimely time, like sometimes I have to take a class, like we have to take class for US student, and 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. we have to wake up and get the class done, and then go to sleep. And because the timelines are different when you deal with international clients, and you have to respect that. Many times when we used to work in pharma companies, the sponsors were from different countries, and we have to adjust our working according to their timing as well. So if you keep on thriving and if you keep on learning is the key. Mistakes will always happen, but learning from that mistakes is how gracefully basically you learn from that mistakes, acknowledge your mistake and overcome that mistake is how you will progress, specifically when you are the head of the ship and you are the leader. When people look up to you. So an entrepreneur can, when everybody sees the risk, an entrepreneur can see the reward. You have to look at the positive side of it. You have to see the reward and what you're looking for. Because entrepreneurship nowadays, you can become as popular as a celebrity, right? People are being a lot of talks are happening with entrepreneurs, and they teach their personal experience, and they teach you how they overcome their market and how they build their brand. And sometimes it doesn't work. It's not a compulsion that every entrepreneurship journey is going to be successful. Sometimes it doesn't work, but that doesn't mean you have to quit. Many technology, Microsoft, Google, so they worked on a lot of products, and not all their products are successful. And even with clinical trial that we do,
I think this is technical glitch due to the poor network. So ma'am will again join.
yes, sorry for that. So like I was talking, if you cannot be disheartened on how your entrepreneurship journey goes. And But if you are very much confident on your product that you are selling, and you are basically confident on your customer acquisition skills, which you'll improve over time, please do work on it. And it's a rewarding journey, and obviously, and it's tough. Well, I genuinely believe the first 3 to 4 years of your entrepreneur journey, when you're starting something new, is the toughest. If you sustain during that phase, then the progression is much easier, because reference comes in. Whenever you deliver some good work to a customer, the reference comes in, and you keep on getting customers and students and clients. So keep on building up your good relationship, and keep on acknowledging them. Keep in touch with your clients and students and customers, so that anything that comes up will be added to your advantage. And thank you for watching, and in case you have any questions, we can open up to them.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your vision and joining our endeavor. So dear participant, the session is open for the question answer. If you have any query related to the startup and success journey of our keynote speaker, you can ask. Unmute yourself and ask. Anyone want to ask any question? So I think there is no query. Yes.
I know my kind of it's very restrictive, and it is like it's
No, ma'am. Actually, the participant is very interactive, but today I think they are feeling sluggish. So due to the holiday.
I completely understand.
But I discovered one of your colleague. She knows you. Hima Datta Barua, ma'am.
Okay, I know.
Okay, she is also teaching at our school,
absolutely.
and she has joined. Ma'am, Hima ma'am, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Okay.
hi.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
So accidentally she knows you.
I know.
Okay.
It's a long time back. We used to the connection was long time back. We couldn't stay in touch. But thank you for I got an opportunity to meet you again virtually.
Yes. I also it was pleasure to listen to you for a long time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any query, dear participant? Okay. So I am inviting the Hima ma'am to facilitate our speaker, Dr. Shivangi Singh Verma ma'am, by offering a memento, e-memento, digital memento, on behalf of the organizing committee.
Thank you.
So kindly accept the digital memento, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Shivangi, for your informative speech. It was really nice to listen to you after a long time. And I would really like to see you in our university campus someday.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Our student with your knowledge. So please accept this memento as our gratitude towards your valuable time that you have shared with us.
Yes. So, ma'am, Hima ma'am, if you know her, then why you have not called ma'am to the university?
No, I have
we
called.
Can make a collaboration. We can sign an MOU. We can because we are running clinical research, BSc and MSc program as well as PhD program from 2016. And currently we have explored several other courses, BSc and MSc in medical biotechnology, clinical nutrition and dietetics also launched. So, ma'am, there is a lot of scope. We have 700 plus students in these courses.
I have like once, Dr. Shivangi, if she remember, I once like reached out to her to join us as a faculty. If you remember, Dr. Shivangi.
Yes,
But
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
she stays in Gurgaon, so it's difficult to
Yeah,
travel
exactly.
so
Currently, our
Wow.
two students also won the Best Teacher Award in the Ministry Boot Camp of organized by the AICT and Ministry of Education in the Chandigarh. So we are
Great.
also inculcating the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship in among university, and we have 100 plus startups founded by the student at our university.
Wow.
So,
Great.
ma'am, we will invite you for the further collaboration.
Absolutely,
Thank
sir.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thank you
inviting.
once
Thank
again.
you, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
So we are moving ahead. Our next speaker has joined with us, Dr. Divya Rathod, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. So let me introduce first. Dr. Divya Rathod, ma'am, is founder and CEO of SIlverynanos in Innovation LLP and Divya Innovation. So this company is working with the Central Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in Hyderabad under Amrut 2.0. She is recognized as top 75 women entrepreneurs of India. His company is recognized as top 76 companies in India under Amrut 2.0 program and selected as top 10 startup from India to represent in Singapore by Singapore Commissioner of India, represented in Singapore with the presence of Finance Minister of India, Mr. Jayasankar. She is the PhD co-guide at JJTU University and visiting faculty of entrepreneurship at Atlas Skill Tech University. She is the winner at national and international platform, including second runner-up of the international level United Nations Women Web Award under the Youth Leadership category in 2021 and national level UN Award under Youth Leadership category to 2022. 2020 and UK Go Global India program, Birak TIE Women and Eureka IIT Bombay program. So she is the speaker at prestigious platform including TEDx, United Nations Development Program, is as the guest motivational speaker as BJTI IIT Bombay. She has received PhD in microbiology from JJT University and Bhavan College and MSc in biological science from MIMS University. So we are very delightful to have you as a keynote speaker, ma'am, and we are inviting you to kindly motivate our participant for the entrepreneurship journey. So thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and joining with us. So over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, everyone. I think everyone has their mics and cameras off. If anyone can, switch on the cameras, it will be really great to interact with everyone, and then we can have an interactive session among us. So today, what we are trying to do
Dear
is,
participant, please switch on your camera and make the session interactive. This is the last session, I think. So I think you have taken the breakfast and all the fulfill all the requirement of daily routine. So kindly switch on the camera and make the session interactive. Thank you.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, thank you, Vinit Mittal. Thank you for switching on the camera. I hope that all the other participants and other people just switch on their camera. There is nothing wrong in switching on the camera. So today what we are going to do is we are going to try to take the session in a very informative manner, what I have experienced in India as well as international platforms in entrepreneurship. And I'm going to share in very few minutes my story about entrepreneurship. So basically, we all are from science background, right? If I'm not wrong, sir, Dr. Deepak, sir. Yes, we are from biotechnology. We are from scientific background, and entrepreneurship is, very fading. It's very fade in biotechnology or microbiology or these kind of chemistry or biological streams. So me as an entrepreneur, how did I started my journey? So basically, I was doing my BSc in microbiology, And we have a lot of projects, which your university also might, all the teachers are wonderful. They might run a lot of projects and grants, and you can volunteer in those projects. So I would request everyone over here to volunteer in one of the other project, because it's going to be, it may, be a eureka moment for you, and, you can actually start a company through it. So I was actually, volunteering one of my professor, and on basically nanoparticles. And suddenly I got UTI because I was playing football. I used to be, I was having 99% attendance in my college. So I used to go for extracurricular activities like football and everything. And I used to be so busy from morning 6 to 6. I used to be in college, and, I was having a dual degree of microbiology as well as biotechnology. So I couldn't, I used to use public washrooms and everything. So some or the other time I got UTI. And that's how, because I was working on nanotechnology product, I just told my sir that let's work on nanotechnology product one day, to prevent UTI, because UTI is a very big problem. So every year, 150 million women suffers from UTI. So this all research which I did was on my hospital bed when I had to take an off from my college. 2 months off from microbiology college, which is very, very tough because you have your practicals on and you miss a lot of things during college. So I was on bed, and till 6 months I was on antibiotics, and I lost around 10 kgs. There was a lot of pain, going through when I was like a student who was having 99% attendance, and I couldn't attend my colleges. I was a CR of the college. I was a secretary of the college. It was like I was missing a lot. And then I was reading about UTI, that every year 150 million women, suffers from UTI, and women are facing a lot of problems at house, as well as जब कोई married होता है तभी उनको बहुत सारी problems होती है, because this kind of problems are not being understood by the family, the new family, which, you go in sasural, you can say in our Indian language, and ये problems बहुत छुपाई जाती है. And people, then they say, okay, the women are actually enacting in different ways because they don't want to work, they don't want to do. So there was a lot of social problem as well as economic problem, facing this UTI and vaginal infection. And me being in a college, so I lost a lot of weight as well as my studies during the college. So what I did was I took this particular problem into consideration, that actually a बहुत बड़ी problem है. That was the problem identification. I'm just telling my story, and I want you to relate my story and how आपके लाइफ में जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती है आपको कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है, और ये कितनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है देश के लिए और विदेशों के लिए, वो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. Me being a student, I wanted to do my PhD, not getting into business at all, but I was interested in doing something or the other for the world and to represent, the world's problem. So this was one small problem which I faced. आपके भी हर रोज, लाइफ में कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम्स आती ही होगी जो आप हमेशा इग्नोर करते हो. आप सोचते होगे, oh, I could have done this because I have this knowledge, but then you ignore it and you just, go on with your life. But then somewhere or the other, you need to stop by and you need to fix this particular problem, because this problem, if you don't fix it, other people are going to, face the same problem. So this problem is a very huge problem, that 150 million people globally was actually suffering from UTI, and specifically हमारे भारत की देश की जो औरतें होती है उनको ये बहुत होता है. मतलब 70 to 80% women को ये एक बार तो होता ही है. This particular problem पूरे लाइफ टाइम में एक बार होता ही है और ये बार बार आती रहती है. Then I got to know, okay, this is a very big problem. I need to work on it. And I told my professor, like Dr. Deepak sir is there. They are like really good professors who, help handhold students. That, sir, this is the problem which I really want to, solve in my college. And I was very small. I was in my second year, that is 19 years old. And then I was like, okay, something or the other can be done. So I made a paint, and then very, very, आप जो बोलते हो ना, जब वो idea आता है वो बच्चे के form में आता है. You don't even know that how big is this going to be. You just try to solve the problem in different types of ways. Whatever आपके पास जो भी साधन है, आप उससे problem solve करने की कोशिश करोगे. तो आपके पास whatever problem you are facing right now, whatever resources you have in your university or nearby you just use it and try to solve the problem in that particular way. So I used a paint and nanoparticles which were made. I made silver nanoparticles and different kinds of nanoparticles, and we made a paint. And that paint was being then painted in on the toilets, and we actually made it Wankhede Stadium जो है हमारा जहाँ पे cricket खेला जाता है. We actually installed that particular painted toilets onto that. And then, we saw that results for 3 months, that whether, are we getting the microbial growth on the particular toilets? And we did a microbiological study on that particular toilet. So the professor was there with us, university was there with us, and me being a student, who doesn't know what to do and all, but still I was just getting onto the flow. So then we did a 3-month project, and that particular project got selected in so Indian Science Congress करके हर 5 साल में एक ये होता है. You just note down all these competitions which are giving, and I'll also pass down to sir. Indian Science Congress करके exhibitions होते हैं. There are a lot of exhibitions right now going on, and you can check out on startupindia.com where you can get all the opportunities where you can actually exhibit or you can showcase your idea. Because एक सिर्फ idea ही, we just need an idea and we need a perfect problem. और वो problem कितने जन को है, you have to identify that particular problem, whether it is a very big problem in this world or not, and then you need to give a tentative solution. The solution might not be accurate. वो जरूरी नहीं है कि ये accurate problem है, solution है to that particular problem. Because my solution was painting the toilet, the new toilet, and then installing onto the toilets, suppose. But क्या आप लोग सब कर सकते हो ये? Everyone will do that कि हर एक इंसान जो भी already toilets installed है उसको हटा के, गवर्नमेंट भी उसको हटा के या फिर कॉर्पोरेट्स उसको हटा के नया टॉयलेट इंस्टॉल करे. It's not possible, right? So what we do in this kind of situation, but still we have this idea which is very raw, and we did some solution which was working at that particular time, and we presented in front of Indian Science Congress. So in Indian Science Congress, I think Narendra Modi, which is the current Prime Minister, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the in 2015 was the former president. So they came to our stall, and we were giving that particular solution in 19 rupees at that particular time. Because we were students, we don't even know what is the market size, आपको cap कैसे निकालना है, budget कैसे बनाना है, या फिर कोई भी product कैसे sell करना है. So that particular time, I just told them, okay, this is what we are trying to do. We're going to paint your toilets, but how many times are you going to paint? Then comes the problem कि आप हर एक जगह पे तो paint डाल नहीं सकते, और even लोगों को भी बहुत गंदा लगेगा वो paint डालने के लिए, because you are painting the toilets which are being used and daily. So something or the other has to be done. At that particular time, like you guys, I got an opportunity from KM Hospital, ICMR, and I studied over there for 1 year. And I kind of, took that particular black book into the consideration. मैंने एक project लिखा अच्छी तरह से. I got, a lot of certificates and everything. And then I kept the project in the university, like we all do. Right, sir? We all do that, right? We have some or the other project, we have written some or the other papers, but then you keep that particular black book or something in the universities. हमारे universities में इतने सारे black books हैं, but हमारे यहाँ पे देश में कितने सारे projects हैं, मुझे ये बताइए. So this is, very, what do you say, this is a, back look of our community or our people, कि हम we just write down the projects. हम सिर्फ bookish knowledge के ऊपर जा रहे हैं. We just write down the projects. We just experiment to a few extent, and then we keep it in the college. In the black book. And then we try to, हमारा जो routine है, which is masters and PhD, you keep on doing that. So because we need a career, we need a future. We don't have any. That time there was no opportunities like entrepreneurship. कि I can make or anyone has gone from our biological science stream. But abhi there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are doing a lot of amazing work, and because of digitalization you can see all these work, like my work, and you can see, okay, from this particular idea I have, being a PhD student, I have done my work which is being recognized by central government right now. So you can do things parallelly, and you can also start your career in this particular one small idea which you have got, and you can make it a big idea. So this particular story is just to inspire you. मैं बीच-बीच में रोक रही हूँ कि आप कहाँ-कहाँ mistake करते हो और कहाँ-कहाँ आपको वो mistake को शायद आप थोड़ी सी twist और turn करके अगर आप देखते हो तो वो शायद एक बड़ी opportunity बन जाती है for you as well as for 100 of people you are going to employ. So this was, I kept that particular book. That was my first mistake into the the university. Also I did 2-3 projects like women safety के ऊपर, जो अभी I just ignored that particular project, and that was around given $1 billion in US. The similar project which I did in 2014. The similar project, there's an Australian girl who was doing, and she actually approached me to do because I have already worked on that particular project. She approached me, okay, I have got $1 million funding. Would you like to work on this particular project? And I was like, okay, let's see about it. So, you know, small ideas which you ignore, and which you think that you have got this idea and you are like, okay, baad mein kar lenge, there is no future into it, there is no someone who is going to hold my hand and, you know, going to take this journey ahead. So don't ignore those ideas. If you think that this is going to make a change and going to really solve the problem, please stick to the idea and try कि वो 3 साल तक आप है ना वो idea को चलाओ. 1111 करके रूल है. 1111 days तक आप वो idea without any expectations आप उसको चला के देखिए, whether you're going to, you know, get some results or not, whether it's going to solve the problem or not. So similarly, I did my masters in ICMR, NMIMS. Then in NMIMS, मोदी जी ने entrepreneurship का ऐलान किया था, which was NMIMS AIC incubators. So there are a lot of incubators in each and every district. I think in your city also there is a district. आपके यहाँ पे BHU के पास I think incubator है, which is centralized government, and every अभी तो NEP 2020 के हिसाब से every university, every every college is going to have an incubator where if any idea you guys get, so even Vinith is getting some or the other idea, or any Artika Bra is going to get some idea, you can just go to the university and you can just incubate that particular idea. Incubation is basically you got this egg and you need to make that particular egg into a small body. So that idea can be incubated in the university with the help of the professors, and these professors are going to help you incubate these ideas, as well as the central ministry has given the funds for the idea incubations. So basically, this is the point where you guys have to, you know, be alert. If you have got an idea, you just have to go to the professors, you need to talk about it, and you need to incubate your ideas with AIC incubators or any of the incubators in the university. And there are international incubators also, like UNDP. So UNDP, every year, they have this program. You can just go to their site, UNDP India, as well as UNDP Asia Pacific. And these people have this one program every year where they accept the applications, which is basically only idea. Only idea. There is no prototype or anything needed as such. But if you have done MVP or market fit research, it's well and good. जितना आपने आगे आपके idea को थोड़ा सा बहुत बढ़ाया हुआ है, that like आपने अपने idea को validate किया हुआ है क्योंकि this you have customers for the idea, it's going to be very beneficial. You can apply for that, and Delhi में वो competition होता है, nationally, divisionally आपको select किया जाता है from every district, and then every district से they come to Delhi, and then one person who has been selected from every district, and they then, you know, have a competition, and then the national winners is being selected, and then you go internationally. So there is a hierarchy. So once you start the journey, you are going to go up and up. So I always tell all my students कि ये समुंदर है, आपको है ना कूदना है इसके अंदर, अपने आप से, you know, आपको swimming आएगा. There will be sharks, there will be boats. There are going to be boats which are going to take you, you know, far to the shore, and there are going to be sharks also, which you are going to be, you know, with the help of incubation center, with the help of professors like Deepak sir and everyone, they're going to take you around. ये shark है, आप इससे बच के रहो. You know, so you're going to face some difficulties also, you're going to fail also. So I, at that particular time, I remember I have applied my idea to more than 1,000 applications. So now, because of digitalization, there is, you know, a lot easy ho gaya hai to apply ideas. There are a lot of applications which comes, you know, onto the young entrepreneurs ke liye. So I can just share you an Airtable. मैं सर के साथ एक Airtable share करूंगी जहाँ पे 300 से ज़्यादा, you know, competitions के लिए आप apply कर सकते हो. Just apply it. You don't have to see the results. Just apply to the idea, and you can just, you know, without expectations. अगर आपने 100 competitions में अगर apply किया, so the chances are at least you will get through 2 to 3 competitions, and that particular 2 to 3 competition will take you, you know, to the higher level. Similarly, I applied for Chancellor's Challenge in NMIMS, जो हमारे college में होता था, and I won that 5 lakh rupees. Out of that 400 students, I was the winner of Chancellor's Challenge, and I got 5 lakh rupees. And the same idea was being presented, you know, with that paint wala idea. But when I got 5 lakh rupees, I was like, this paint one thing is not going to work, right? Because no one is going to paint the toilets for sure. So we need to make some spray. So at first I thought कि Harpic जैसा bottle है, Harpic को थोड़ा shape out करके, you know, we can put a spray, brushes onto it. And then, you know, you can just squash it and, you know, automatically go and spray the toilet. So I almost spent 50,000 on, making this prototypes starting में कि Harpic के bottle को थोड़ा सा हम tweak करके we can just make it a spray, bottle spray, और पीछे हम sponge लगा के वो साफ कर सकते हैं. But then of course no one is going to use it, so that was also a failure. The next idea was, let's do a spray, which is aerosol spray. And to be frank, when you keep on searching, because digitalization, digital marketing, आपको पूरा world connect हो चुका है through internet. So a person working in China is having an aerosol company, and there is some nanotechnology product which is going on to the like a spray for foams and beds and sheets and clothing के लिए जो water and stain repellent आता है. So you search, because it's about your searching that I have this particular problem, which is मुझे ये spray नहीं say brush नहीं काम करना है. What are the other options I can actually apply to the toilets without touching the toilet? So I searched about it. So the aerosol spray was the better option. And aerosol spray के लिए आपको फिर बाद में आपकी factories. So of course Just Dial is there. There is India Mart, who search about it, who is making aerosol spray. You go and meet people. So I have met around, till now, I think I have met around 2,000, 3,000 people. Every day I meet a lot of people, and I have met a lot of people in my whole journey. कितने जन फायदेमंद होते हैं, कितने जन शायद नॉन फायदे होते हैं, but you don't have to see the फायदा and non फायदा at that particular time. You have to just stick to the idea that whether I am ready to solve this particular problem or not. So entrepreneurship journey is like full of, you are going to solve a problem. That is the main problem. You have identified the problem. And in that particular solution, you will find a lot of problems which you need to solve. That's the whole craziness over there, like a scientist. So how the scientists are, you have a problem, you need to solve that particular problem in different ways. So ye brush wala jo problem tha, that was one more problem. Then again, we got the aerosol. Now aerosol mein bhi problem hai ki, because my solution was water-based and aerosols don't work in water, right? So now what I'm going to do is, I need to make nanoparticles which are soluble in solvent, because aerosols are normally and mostly solvent based. जो आपका DOs आता है, जो आपका ये आता है, वो normally जिसमें भी gas होता है, वो water formation में नहीं होता है, तो it is getting converted into foam. So I thought, okay, now I have to reconstruct my whole chemistry to solvent base. So I used that 5 lakh rupees working in NMIMS, laboratory, and making new nanoparticles, because now after being masters, I was getting a lot of other knowledge also. So I won't say, so this is a very important point. आपको लगता है कि entrepreneurship, is a continuous journey. Okay, you have to keep learning things. If I would have been in my bachelor's only, I wouldn't have got that particular knowledge of nanoparticles जितना मुझे masters में मिला था. So I think this study of masters or PhD or any kind of other courses which you take from university is very, very helpful. आपको लगता है कि theoretical and practical, only practical, now everyone is like theoretical knowledge is a waste. What professors are going to tell us, ये सब तो हमें bookish knowledge पढ़ा रहे हैं and all that stuff. But my dear students, practical knowledge ही आपको practical में लेके आना. So you need to have both the combination of practical as well as theoretical knowledge together going into the field. You need both of them. If I wouldn't know the chemistry of nanoparticles, which can be soluble in the solvent, learning from my masters and from the KM hospital, which I have been working on nanoparticles, gold nanoparticles, I wouldn't have been, getting the solution of making an aerosol with the solvent nanoparticles, soluble in solvent. So I think this knowledge of masters was very helpful to me to, get this particular solution onto the board. And of course, my professors were always helping. That is always a plus point, because these professors, they have a lot of knowledge. They will, even if they don't have knowledge, they have so much of network, which they will get you to the, to the solution. So always respect your professors, because nowadays, because even I am teaching to a lot of students and everyone, I just graduated a PhD last year, and now I'm a guide, I'm a professor. I'm seeing these students, which is, which are right now, take maybe inka off hai, or they are doing something or the other. But networking is something very important in your whole life. Okay, I would say this, being an entrepreneur, being a guide, or being a person as a human being, if you are keeping good network and good relations with your professors, with anyone, around you, you're going to reach to your heights, because this network is going to take, is going to make you find a solution to your problem in any of the ways, whether it's in personal life, whether it's a project life, whether it's an entrepreneur life. So if you suppose Vinit has a problem of, Vinit, just tell me one of the problems you're facing right now in any of your lives.
So
It can be.
So I planned for a startup to solve the problem of practical exposure. That is, students do not get practical exposure in tier 2, tier 3 cities in biotech and healthcare field. So that was my problem statement. So for that, I planned on making a platform that will unite, matchmaking kind of platform for labs and students. So
Right. So how networking is so important for you? Can you just tell all the other students who are actually not putting on their cameras or, are just doing something else right now?
So networking is really important as if I am establishing connection between students and institutes who are providing labs. So firstly, I have to connect with the professors from different institutes or in charges of the labs. So there I networking is really important. I can utilize various people's network and their connections, like Gaurav sir's connection and different professors who have contacts in large labs. So and also connect with my fellow student classmates also.
So you network with everyone because your product is completely SaaS based, as a service based, and you need a lot of network. And I think Dr. Gaurav must have helped you a lot because you were very much attentive to him, and he has a network. So basically, if you have seen this Jai Ho, right? एक का मदद करो तो 3 जन, फिर 3 जन इतने जन की मदद करेगा. The similar, concept goes with us. Dr. Gaurav must have 1,000 people in his network because he has lived a life, right? And Gudwari Pawar ma'am might have, around 500 to 1,000 people in her network, which would be of different, there might be students, there might be doctors, there might be, so they have lived their life, okay? And they have a lot of people in the network. And the students right now, will need a network to actually put their ideas into concentration. Even आपको customers चाहिए, या फिर even if you need, the help in solving a problem, a simple problem, you need a strong network. And network is going to be your net worth. Mark my words. Your network is going to be your net worth. If I am a UNDP right now women signatory, I have a network of 168 countries, okay? And if I want to go to Singapore or Malaysia or anything, I can just call that Unleash program, because I have met them in Unleash. I can just call my friend and I need some guidance over here. I need to start my project and my company in Malaysia. Will you help me out? And these people are going to help you out. So keeping a good network around you, as well as with professors, with universities, to be frank, it's your net worth. So this is really going to help you out throughout your life. So I think network is something which I have, have done. Even tomorrow, I just call a University of Leicester, if you know UK, Dr. Tapas Sen. So we wanted to do a collaboration. Just on one message, he called me back. That should be your net worth. That on one message, a person calls you back from UK at that particular time, and you can do the work. So that has to be the power of network. So for that, you need to be really, really good in your skills and respecting others, and making good relations with professors and with universities, doing something for the university and taking back. So to all the students over here, please do respect your university professors and your university, because they're going to give you back 100 to 1,000 times back. Coming to the next thing. Okay, so coming to my story, we had the spray. Okay, now I have the spray, which coming up with the aerosol formation. Now you need to publish this whole thing of of just apply once on the toilet, get infectionless and easy cleaning toilet for 1 month. That is my pitch for every what you can say, every time when I go, even in the UNDP speech or anywhere. So it's like so I'll just give you a demo. Cleaning toilet every day is such a big problem, but if you get clean, infectionless, odorless, and odorless toilets without cleaning it, such a great solution. SIlverynanos brings this solution to you called Happy Toe. Just apply once in the toilet, get infectionless and easy cleaning toilet for 1 month. This is just like 1 minute pitch, which is entertaining, which is giving you the whole, context what I'm doing and I'm trying to do in this particular 1 minute, right? So if you have this particular, if you can explain your problem and solution in 1 minute, you won this. Okay, because what my problem and solution was like a whole paragraph. I used to tell people about the whole paragraph, what I'm doing, this, that, and all. But आपको वो कचरा निकालना है आपके पूरे concentrate solution से, and you just have to get this crisp line of your solution as well as problem. Same thing with your life. That आपको जितने भी बहुत सारी चीजें आपको attract करेगा in life. Someone will call you for clubbing, someone will call you for going out and getting things out, let's do this and all these things. But you need to concentrate on that one line. Okay, this is like a life lesson as well as your project lesson. You need to concentrate on your one line, that in one line you can tell your life, and you can even if you're going for applying to HRs and interviews, they will just tell you to define yourself. You just need to define yourself in one line. That's it. And that is going to be your pitch for international as well as you can reach anywhere, because you have this confidence. You have आपने आपका जिंदगी का इवन आपके जो भी पिच का वो सारा कचरा निकाल दिया, and you have made this one line, and I'm focused on this one line. This is called purpose of life. You all need to find the purpose of life. So there are two things that are called telic goals and atelic goals. This is actually being taught by UN Emtritech, which I have been taken as sessions on. So entrepreneurs are being trained for all these things. So you can also write UN Emtritech, EMPRETEC. It's called philosophy of entrepreneurs. How a philosophy of entrepreneurs or any person should think, because entrepreneurship is not. So I always believe हर एक इंसान कलर या फिर स्किन या फिर कपड़ों से अलग नहीं होता है. It's about the thinking, how you're going to think and how you're going to apply your thinking to others, and that's how you behave with others, right? So UN Emtritech, you can just write. You can also enroll to their programs. This was free for me, but you can also check it out, their prizes, या फिर even you can apply for scholarships. So this particular UN Emtritech, they has told us you have to make a purpose in your life. And उसमें telic goals होते हैं and atelic. एक होता है atelic goals, मतलब आपको एक कुछ बड़ा करना है कि मुझे सारा infections खत्म करना है इस दुनिया में, जो शायद कभी खत्म नहीं होगा. But हमें हर रोज motivation मिलेगा कि हमें सारा infections खत्म करना है. लेकिन at the same time telic goals, मतलब आपको वो सारे infections खत्म करने हैं, लेकिन आप कैसे करोगे? You take one infections at a time. So okay, now I'm working with UTI. I am working with अभी COVID आया था, तो I was working with COVID. I was working with vaginal infections, and then you make products according to that particular stuff. So every company whom you see, they have a atelic goal, a bigger version, a bigger purpose in their life, that they want to do a digital revolution. Like for any IT company उठा लीजिए. Just name any IT company which you like. Anyone? किसी को भी कोई IT companies का नाम पता है? Big IT companies. Microsoft. Then we have in India Google.
Okay, Infosys.
Infosys is there.
Wipro is also working.
Wipro is there, yes. So आप कोई भी company का उठा लीजिए, they want to make a digital revolution, or every company has their own specific this. Okay, I want to do a digital revolution in health tech. I want to do a digital revolution in suppose education. So every company has this atelic goal.
IBM TCS is also working. Yes.
Yes, TCS is there. So they have their atelic goal as कि जितनी भी companies है, उनको automate mode पे लेके आना है. So this atelic goal is there, and this atelic goal will be worldwide, because it's a bigger purpose, what you want to do in life, and that is going to give release to telic goals. Telic goals ऐसे होते हैं जो एक time frame period में आपका खत्म हो जाता है. कि आपको अभी suppose you need to invent a दवाई, or you want to invent a product for preventing UTI infections. So suppose Happy 2 comes into the picture. Once it has been invented, then it is going to have its own journey of life. So जब आप, even if you die, this atelic goal of yours and the number of products you are going to make, it's going to be always. So even एक small example लेते हैं, let's not take this big examples. Let's take a बनिया. Okay, उसने अपनी shop खोली. ठीक है, वो अपने शॉप पे एक प्रोडक्ट तो नहीं रखता, राइट? ही हैज दिस माइंड कि मुझे हर रोज का इतना कमाना है, और जो भी बेसिकली उसका कमाई है, और जो भी मैं बेसिकली प्रोडक्ट बेचूं, जो भी लोगों को चाहिए वो मैं प्रोडक्ट बेचूं. So अभी बनिए के शॉप में क्या क्या आ गया, उसमें आ गया सीरियल्स, उसमें आ गया अभी शैम्पू, जो भी चॉकलेट्स, सारी basically whatever you feel you need it, you have at Baniya's shop. And now it is like also for the medical shops, because medical shops में भी सारे products आ जाते हैं, even medicines. So एक बाजू सारे medicines है और एक बाजू सारे खाने पीने के products, and you know all the makeups and everything is there. You get everything. So basically their focus is to, you know, get the customer what they want. That's what they, even if you have tomorrow you are going to ask them ki mujhe I got this fracture, they are going to, you know, go to any of the shop who has got the fracture ka tape, and they're going to deliver it to you because they are your customer. इसको हम बोलते हैं झांगड़ basically in what do you say मारवाड़ी terms, कि आपको आपके पास अगर कुछ नहीं है तो आप जाके, so basically customer is yours, and if you have the customer, their main duty is to get you what you want. They won't let you go to any other shop, correct? If you are going to any other shop. So basically the same thing applies, but in a bigger way. You have an atelic goal, which is on a bigger purpose, कि आपको कल जाके किसी को fracture ना हो, and हम prevent कर सके. तो आप फिर बाद में, then you are going to see the technology. So because technologies are just going to be helping you with your atelic goal, any kind of technology. Suppose IT also is one of the technology to solve the problem in different sectors. So अगर आपको ये gate analysis पता है, one of my friend is working on gate analysis, so that you know there is no fracture coming up in the futures, because इलाज कराना is more expensive, and that pain bearing and everything is more expensive, then you know it's better to prevent them. So she is working on that particular basis. You can work on curing. कि suppose the curing has to be done in पहले 6 महीने लगते थे, you can take it in 6 months. So you're going to find the medicines which can actually you know sit in using in bioinformatics or IT or anything, all the combinations of the techniques and subjects. You can frame a molecule which can actually go, and in 3 months it can get into the action. So basically you need to have an atelic goal. That is your purpose. आपको ये नहीं सोचना है कि आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक microbiology या sir अभी what are the subjects they are studying right now? Currently what are the subjects they are going through? Any microbiology, like engineering, or what all is there?
In our
Like
institute,
I'm biotechnology.
So biotechnology is something which is very wide, which has a lot of I think everything.
There is
zoology.
medical biotechnology, there is biological science, biomedical science, microbiology, industrial biotechnology. Yes.
Yes, everything is there. So basically everything is in, you know, they're teaching you everything in you know surface form, not in total depth, but then you can go into the depth if you really want to solve that particular problem. So I think everyone should have this telic goal and atelic goal. First, atelic goal, what you really want to do in life, because that is going to motivate all the students to get up every day and, you know, work towards it. And then you're going to make telic goals to achieve that. Because nowadays I feel that students are actually, you know, they are like little privileged, of course. And from our times, from my mother time, I am privileged. From my time, my kid is going to be privileged. So they are losing this purpose. They what really they want to do, and then they go into this, you know, the wrong things what are right now going on. So it's very important for you, all young students which are right now here, you need to fix an atelic goal, which is going to drive the purpose, and then you are going to make, you know, telic goals towards it. Chote tasks lo, which are, you know, completed within, you know, 6 months and all that stuff, and you feel that completion. Abhi atelic goal ke bhi atelic goal banao. If you have this, okay, you want to make a medicine for this thing, you have those tasks, small tasks which you can complete and you can feel accomplished. Okay, this is the goal, atelic goal of preventing UTI. I want to make a happy toe. But through happy toe, as I said, brush was not working, aerosol was working. All these are small, again, uske goals. So every day you need to, you know, purpose your life according to that. And then after you, like Ratan Tata, of course, he's going to be like, I hope that he stays for lifelong. But his legacy, his atelic goal is going to stay with us, you know, for centuries, right? Something that has to be done for an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is basically you are setting up an atelic goal for others. So you don't have to be selfish. Okay, I need this particular money. I need this particular thing. I need all the fame and all this going to come on your way. Okay. So sometimes, you know, entrepreneurs think like that. okay, I want to be famous. Okay, ye entrepreneur, yahan ja rahi hai. So many people tell me, every month you travel, ma'am, your life is looking so very nice, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. So, I would like to be like you. Amazing. But you don't have to be like me just because you're going to go to London or Paris or Europe or anywhere, you know, to go around. But if you really want to do that, you become a travel blogger, to be frank. But if you really want to do something on purpose, or you really wanted to take your A-tele goal at a stage, think on that particular purpose, and then wherever you want to go. Kitni baar I have to go to the toilets also. I have to clean the toilets. I've cleaned the toilets by myself. I've applied Happy to on myself. But you don't see the internal pictures. You just see the external pictures of, me going to Paris, or me going to London, or me going to other things. You need to focus on your goals, and all this money, traveling and all the other things are going to come along the way. 100% they're going to come along the way. So you need to focus on what you really want to do with the purpose of you getting onto this. So yeah, Happy to came into the aerosol form. I applied to number of, toilets. First we tried with railways. Now, how much time do I have, sir? I would like to get this COVID time.
You can take the time as per your
okay. I think I have, I need to
comfort. Yeah. Ma'am, our student is also has checked, validate their formulation, the herbal formulation for the treatment of halitosis, bad breath.
Right.
On the sulfur containing bacteria. She has performed several studies, and she want to convert their formulation into the aerosol for the mouth freshener. So I will connect you. I will guide her to connect with you. So she actually,
sure,
I am also
100%.
not very comfortable for the formulation of aerosol for the mouth freshener. So I think you are the right person you can guide her. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Any kind of things, any kind of network I have, I will be really happy to help you guys. So yeah, coming to the story, the aerosol was being formed in 2019. Okay. Now comes that was for the toilets, right? Now comes the COVID time. So basically, first I did my pilot into the railways, and I wanted the public toilets to take my solution. I was not much into the so many people told me go into corporate, go into the private toilets, but my focus was to prevent UTI, because mainly UTI is happening due to public toilets, and public toilets gande hone ki wajah se people are controlling the pee, and they're not going, and that's how one of the reason they're getting UTI. They're not changing pads because toilets gande hai, so they keep on for 6 hours, 8 hours, and they get vaginal infections. तो मुझे चाहिए था कि टॉयलेट्स जो पब्लिक टॉयलेट्स हम यूज करते हैं, या फिर जो भी हम कॉर्पोरेट्स या फिर कॉलेजेस या कहीं पे भी, they have to be clean. So basically you can say the product is giving a social message. So product आपका उतना ही काम करेगा कि product is going to clean the toilet, and it's going to keep you infectionless for 1 month. But did you see the overall picture, what we are trying to do? You can say like a politician, which gives you a bigger picture, but at the same time you need to think about it कि ये जो आपका problem solution है उसका bigger picture क्या है. So the bigger picture was कि now the government and everyone is trying to do sanitation, right? कि this product तो आप apply कर लो, लेकिन at the same time you need to see that the whole toilet is clean, so that the women are going to come again and again, like they're comfortable to come into the public toilets and use the public toilets, right? That was the bigger picture, that now my product was just a small trigger to do a bigger chain reaction, you can say. So this chain reaction, you have to see, okay, now this particular product is also when you go to different things, it is also stating into UN SDGs. So United Nations ne SDG goals rakhe hai, 17 goals. Then I got to know, okay, this is also solving 3, 6, 9, 5, 13 ka problem. So now I can get the grants from UN SDGs, whatever conferences are there, or whatever grants you get for United Nations SDGs. These are the grants. It's for everyone. So why India is lacking? Just because we don't have this knowledge, just because we are not trying to connect the dots. So your suppose Vinith's problem is like he's trying to solve the tier 3, tier 4 problem, but then it's also an education problem, right? Which is also there in SDGs. So you can connect with them. फिर UNICEF में क्या मांग रहे हैं वो, you can connect to them. क्योंकि UNICEF is asking for, they're trying to do something, they have funds for something. You can connect those projects. My project was also connected to Jainism also, because I'm trying not to grow microorganisms, right? So that was also becoming a base. So whenever you do a marketing, so you need to do, so basically it's kind of a marketing, you can say. Aapka UN SDG pe, there is UN SDG who wants something, right? Your solution is something, and you need to fit that particular solution in UN SDG. So now you need to frame your solution and your marketing accordingly. Okay, my solution is not killing the microorganisms. It is saving water up to 55%. It is water and stain repellent. So तंबाकू का भी जो problem है वो भी solve हो सकता है. It is also solving the environmental problem, because you don't have to use Harpic or any other cleaners which is going into the environment for a climate change. So do you understand? I was not knowing about this. I was just trying to prevent UTI. But at the same time, this solution gave rise to a number of solutions to other problems. Suppose his problem is he is trying to educate, but what education se kya hoga? SDG 5 bhi solve hoga, because you're giving education to women who is going to be, next. So next equal opportunities aayegi uske wajah se, women equal opportunities. You are going to give education, so you're going to, practical education, so that wo log companies chalu kar sakenge, right? So you can ask Niti Aayog se aap grant मांग सकते हो. So basically you need to, आप जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ोगे आपको पता चलेगा, क्योंकि these institutions are there, and these institutions you can also solve their problem also according to their thinking, because SDGs are something which I was not knowing, nor most of people were knowing, but now 2030 they're having a heavy funds, and you can fit your solution in SDGs. Then why not? Why not take those funds? Why not take those marketing and everything? For them also it's a plus thing. For us also it's a plus thing. So you need to think that this small idea, आप कैसे उसको market करोगे? Marketing is all about how many chain reactions you're going to get it through that particular one idea. So something like this has happened with my product. I can save water also. I can save environment also. I can save the climate change also. It's also connected to the climate change. It is also connected to the Jainism community, which is known across the world, right? So many things, getting connected, and then your marketing keeps on increasing. Now comes COVID, because I started very well. I was very excited. Things were going really well. But abhi toilets so use nahi ho rahe public. COVID aa gaya, koi bahar nahi ja sakta. So I was like, okay, fine. Because of the COVID, the business might suffer. But at the same time, you need to be innovative. Koi bhi entrepreneur ko, because it's your own internal, you need to be an entrepreneur. Why you are called as an entrepreneur? Because you have to be innovative all the way. So I was like, okay, my solution was actually solving the toilet problem, but it is solving the basic problem, right? It is not allowing the microorganisms to grow. It is killing the microorganisms because it has nano formulations. Exactly, that is what is needed in COVID, right? Even suppose in Vinith's model, COVID बंद हो गया, आप physically नहीं जा सकते, but online सारे tier 2, tier 3 को लोगों को सिखा सकते हो from sitting anywhere in the world. You can also connect to a lot of speakers. So all these innovative thinking have to be there in your mind, and an entrepreneur has to run through it. So I was like, okay, fine. Then I launched 2 more products for COVID, and I tested them for the COVID, my whole solution, and I made some tweaking depending on the formulation. I changed my formulation to a little extent कि वो COVID में भी चले. So मैंने COVID-19 का then testings करवाया, and it came up to 99.9%. बस गाड़ी चल गई. हमने सोचा था कि गाड़ी रुक जाएगी, because UTI is not going to happen because the toilets are closed. But now the COVID happened, and you find this opportunity in the problems. An entrepreneur is always innovative. It's a scientist. आपको कहीं पर भी डाल, even as a human, आपको कहीं पे भी अगर रख दे, if you are being just kept in a cave, you have to find this particular solution. So your thinking has to be like that. How do I survive in this particular solution? How do I'm supposed to take measures? How I'm supposed to take advantage of this particular problem, and how I can innovate myself. I can mutate, because viruses are mutating. Why can't we mutate? Because we are such big human beings, right? So we need to mutate ourselves also. So I mutated myself to COVID situations, and I launched 3 products. I kept it in Reliance mein gaya, Indian Army mein we have send. So almost every day we almost did 25,000 bottles, and it was an amazing thing. But again, you know, कोविड की वजह से फैक्ट्रीज बंद होती थी. एक भी अगर पर्सन को आता है कोविड, तो there used to be problems, you know, there were a lot of problems, there were a lot of demand, but the supply was very less because the prices and the availability of the raw materials, we couldn't get it. So we need to, you know, problems, छोटी छोटी problems आती रहेंगी, लेकिन you have to be what do you can say, आपको अपने आप को ऐसे evaluate करना है या फिर evolve करना है कि आप वो छोटी छोटी problems को हर time solve कर सकते हैं. You need to जैसे वायरस कैसे अपने अपने आप को tweak करता है in the DNA, same to same you need to tweak your manners and your thinking in that particular manner. So similarly, I got this opportunity. Then I was being covered by UNDP again to be a COVID hero internationally. Then I got a lot of opportunities. So basically, when you do something, when you have this particular thinking in your mind that okay, you need to survive, you need to motivate yourself, you need to, आपका जो DNA है, आपका जो thinking का जो DNA है, वो आपको बार बार modulate करना है या फिर change करते रहना है depending on the situations, you automatically, you know, get those things in your life. So you need to get going continuously. You don't have to stop at one situation. And that's how, you know, after COVID, I got a good, you know, praises. I got good sales into my company. After COVID, again, 2021 के बाद sanitizers और वो सब बंद हो गए. Now again, the problem comes now, hotels and resorts and everyone doesn't have any money. Government doesn't have any money because they have a lot of money in the COVID. How they are going to give money for this kind of solution, you know, like a experiment. Then something or the other, you know, came up. I started applying to the grants and everything. And Central Ministry ka Amrut 2.0 was on. So I never gave up. Like मैंने 2019 में भी 100 से 150 grants भरे हैं. 2021 में भी 22 में भी I have kept on applying on the grants. Now also I keep on applying to the grants or the opportunities. So you need to seek the opportunities all the time. You don't have to give up. Just because now I have, you know, a status of UNDP women, I am a UN women signatory, I'm not supposed to, you know, apply for the grants, or I'm not supposed to, you know, daily hustle. That's wrong. You need to hustle every day to, you know, maintain that. आपका वो position जो है आपको maintain करने के लिए आपको hustle करना पड़ा. You have hustle, that hustle has taken you from one point to other point, but then you need to hustle every day to keep that particular position on. So now I am hustling, you know, I got hustle for Amrut 2.0 and I got the Central Ministry ka award. We got 20 lakh for, you know, doing in Hyderabad, Warangal, but it's coming directly to Central Ministry. And Central Ministry has 90 cities. So now comes the opportunity, आपका automatically आपका दरवाजा खुल गया कि government में जाना बहुत मुश्किल है and everything. But then due to, you can say a serendipity, or you can say a never give up attitude, and you have kept on applying on things, you have got an access to 90 cities of India for applying a product. That's a huge achievement for me. Like one of the 8 goal came into the picture. With that, of course, because you have to survive your employees, you need to get a lot of, because up company chalu karte, you are responsible for your whole team. You need to take care of their employment. You need to take care of their salaries and everything. You keep on innovating. So now I have around 14 products in my company, because you need to, happy तो अकेले survive नहीं करेगा पूरा company. जितना आपने, you know, जितना अगर मुंबई में आपको office चाहिए, अगर आपको सारे जन यहाँ पे चाहिए, so it's really difficult. So you need to innovate more and more. That's what any company does. अगर iPhone ने सिर्फ छोड़ दिया होता iPhone, you know, 5 तक करके, okay, now it's enough. But then they're giving every time new and new things to you. Okay, taste this, taste this. They might fail. अच्छा ये taste पसंद नहीं आया, ठीक है कोई नहीं. But taste this, taste this, taste this. Even your mom, okay, your mom also gives you different types of food every time that you taste it, and you know whether if you like bhindi, she's gonna make bhindi every day, right? if you don't like bhindi, she's not gonna make bhindi every day. She's gonna try something new for you. So something like that, you have to keep an attitude that, you know, you need to make your customer taste different things. That is innovation. You have to give them something or the other, so that they will, okay, this is fine, and they will give you the you know, feedback. So you need to test different types of customers, different types of things every day, so that, you know, you keep on innovating. So now I have around 14 products. We have launched a fit coin, Bitcoin का जो रहता है, वैसे हमने fit coin launch किया है अभी, जिसका value actually 4 दिन पहले 10 पैसा था, now it has increased to 3 rupees. So, I'm just experimenting. I don't know anything about Bitcoin. Being a scientist, I have like no idea. But my team and, I've met so many people networking, Singapore se, Dubai se. Okay, ma'am, you should try Bitcoin. Bitcoin is something, very good in financials and everything. I was like, okay, let's try. Let's experiment. Then I have 2 patents on sewage treatment. So I'm doing that with my professor itself. My professor has always been, a blessing for me. So we are doing a project in NMMC, BMC. So you get network, you become strong with your network, then your projects get floated at that particular level, at that particular, networking, jahan pe aapko log samajh sake. So now I have created a network of people who understands me, my innovation, or, who supports me. So एक simple example है, अगर आप एक आम का बीज लो और उसको आप एक ऐसे soil में डालो, suppose China में डाल दिया या फिर, Malaysia में डाल दिया, it's not going to grow, right? It's going to grow in Indian soil itself, right? So the soil is very important for that particular seed to grow, because it is going to give that particular nutrition to that particular seed that wo ek plant bane. Similarly, you are a seed. You need to find your own environment, your own soil. ठीक है, वो आपको create करना पड़ेगा. You need to experiment first and you need to create your own soil so that you can grow into a tree and then, you can give fruits. So now I am a PhD guide. I guide a lot of students like taking their PhD as well as, getting that into startup and apply for grants. We have also started one company called grantsathi.com. If you are like very lazy to, some of the institutes or professors don't get time for applying for the grants and all. So you can write to grantsathi.com. They are applying, they will talk to you, they will consult you, and then they're going to take your measurements of your ideas and everything, and they're going to tweak. They are very good marketing, all IIT people. They're going to tweak things and they're going to apply almost more than 175 to 200 grants for you. So that is also something, we have started with, one of my team called grantsathi.com. Because grants are there, foreign ki people बहुत ही ज़्यादा privileged बोलते हो या फिर, they are hardworking. Then Indian people, they keep on applying for grants. They won't even, miss a single opportunity to get that free money. Why are we lacking behind? That's the whole thing. Now everything is got digitalized. You don't have to fill the form and you have to give. वहाँ पे जाके आपको देना पड़ेगा. Everything is digitalization. Everything. You need to take advantage of this digitalization into your power. कि आपके पास इतने सारे grants हैं, आपके पास इतनी सारी opportunities हैं from different government. You can travel the whole world for free. Trust me, you can travel the world for free. Get their network. Do whatever you want to do with, things. You just need to get the right hand-holding thing, and things will be automatically floating. You do not have to give a never give up attitude. So yeah, here I'm going to close my session because it's been like 1:30. But I would love to take a picture with all you guys and would love to meet everyone and listen to your ideas and how I can give an input to those ideas. And if anyone wants to do their master's, PhD, and take me as a co-guide, I would love to help them for, being a co-guide and get them onto the field which I have taken the journey. So yes, all the best, and let's be a seed, and just I hope that you all find your soil and you grow into a tree and make more fruits and shower the blessings to everyone. Thank you so much. Happy to help you, and this is signing off, Dr. Divya Rathod.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I am very fortunate to have you as a speaker, and I am very thankful to Sumit, my junior, who has given your contact number and help me to connect with you. So we are very grateful, and we are very. You have done a tremendous job, and you have launched 14 products. You have shared so many of your achievement in very young age. So that is very motivational, highly motivational for the participant, I think. And this session, I am not wrong, this session is the one of the best session of this module. Okay, so dear participant, kindly unmute yourself and interact with our speaker if you have any query.
Yes, for sure. Happy to take questions.
Any query? Okay. Vinith.
Will you a list of grants like where to apply?
Yeah, so I'm going to give an Airtable. Airtable is basically where you can apply. It's been given by UNDP to me, where you can apply. Where they keep on updating on the grants. So there are around right now 300 se upar grants hai. I'll just share the link with. I can share it over here also if I'm possible. Wait, let me see.
Yes. So
I kept it on my status also everywhere. I'm actually sharing it. So it is given by UNDP to me, but I'm sharing it to everyone because I want
there is
everyone.
one grant is SPARS for the undergraduate, I think. SPARS grant.
SPARS is there.
Yes.
This Airtable is going to give you all the opportunities
And
around the world.
EUI is also coming. EUI is coming from the BIRAC.
Share it with sir. I'm not,
Yes.
I have to see on my mail. So
Yes.
yeah, I'll just get the mail. I'll share it to the sir and sir is going to, sir, aap please sabko de dena. Specifically Vinith, yeah, who is working amazing hard. So you can, there are a lot of mentor, what do you say, fellowships aati hai.
I think this is a golden era, ma'am. I think this is a golden era that government has releasing several type of grants to for the innovation and for the development of entrepreneurship ecosystem in the pan India. So the DBT, DST, there are several funding agencies who are releasing an enormous number of the grant.
Yes, BIRAC is also open. Also,
yes.
Vinith, you can apply to Unleash. I don't know whether it's so. Unleash is one of the competition. You cannot say it's a kind of an event where 168 countries ke log saath mein aate hai, like around 1,000 people at one place. So last time it was happening in Mysore. This time it's happening in Verma. So every year they have different locations. So you need to apply over there, and you will get to work on SDGs with all different types of what do you say, participants. Different countries ke saath. So I literally went there and we had this project, and now Philippines ki jo government hai usko grant kiya hai, and I am the mentor on the board. So it's a very life-changing, it's an experience. So life is about experience. You need to experience different things. So this Ravana Unleash is very important. You can just write it down. And there is one more called Jagriti Yatra, which is happening in India. ये यात्रा ऐसी है जो ट्रेन में 500 बच्चों को लेके जाती है. It's like a selection thing. So 500 बच्चों को लेके जाती है from Kanyakumari to अपना Delhi से ऊपर. So 15 दिन तक you have to be on the train. They will take you to different institute. They're going to take you around the India, and they're going to show you the problems, and they're going to give sessions and for this innovation only. You should try. Like, so Vinith जैसे लोगों को for sure try करना चाहिए. Kuldeep Swami, and you will meet number of alike minds. जो soil आपको चाहिए, वो soil के लिए जो आजू-बाजू के particles आपको वहाँ पे मिल जाएगा, because you have this particular minds and you have this particular network. And to be frank, networking is very important. आपको वो अभी लगेगा कि अरे friends, आप अच्छे friends बनो, और लेकिन सब जन कहीं ना कहीं वहाँ पे वही आपका network होगा. जैसे CAs have their own network. Entrepreneurs don't have their own network. Scientists don't have that much network. They do go to conferences and everything. So you need to keep this network with you so that you grow according to them, and you can support each other. So Jagriti Yatra ek dekho aap, and one is Unleash Ravanda, which is already, I think the applications are open. You can check it out that. And I'm going to send you the Airtable where all the opportunities keeps on updating. So every time dekhoge to aapko nayi opportunities wahan pe mil jayegi. So and Startup India. If you are, so I would request everyone to at least start a company. LLP start करो, आपको private limited करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So my sister is a CA. She recommended me an LLP. You start an LLP because the norms are very less. आपको yearly कम पैसा भरना पड़ता है and everything. You start an LLP. I think it takes around 5,000 to 10,000 to start a company. If any problem comes, you let me know about it. So just start it, and then you can apply to number of grants, because even if you start a social enterprise, आप बहुत सारे grants apply कर सकते हो. As an individual, you won't be able to apply to so many grants. But as a company, as a social enterprise, as an NGO, you can apply a number of grants. Like, you will keep in mind Commonwealth hai. Commonwealth gives a number of grants. You go there, you in UK, you can stay there. So just start a company. If you have an idea, if you have this 8 goal, then automatically things will happen. मेरे full खानदान में किसी ने कंपनी चालू नहीं की है, and I just took this whole effort of one step. Okay, let's start a company, like a legal entity, and then we'll see. And literally, I've got a lot of grants, and I've got wherever I am, and I'm trying. I'm still struggling. You can say I'm still struggling to what I have to go for an 8 LA goal. So that keeps you motivating. अगर एक बार आप satisfy हो गए कि हाँ हो गया है, you know, you are kind of, you have done the work. It's not. Your 8 LA goal has to be bigger so that you keep struggling every day. And struggle is beautiful. Struggling is experience. I'm loving the struggle, and I'm loving the experience what I'm getting every day. So yeah, you just go through it.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Any question?
Yeah, any questions, any ideas you need to polish? Let me know if I can.
Yes.
Actually, I don't have a question, but I have a comments to make that it's so really inspirational, as Gaurav sir has mentioned, and a huge round of virtual applause for this very thing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, madam.
Start a company and then we can hear you.
We will applause for you. Yes, ma'am.
Audible.
Yes,
So
yes, Hanuman sir.
yeah. So
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Let him Anush finish it. I think he wanted to say something. Is it?
Sorry for interruption, but how to reach out to you? Is it possible to contact ma'am?
I'll give my email address.
Yes, LinkedIn profile I will share.
Okay.
Hanuman sir.
First of all, so I thank you to madam. She has shared a lot of things on, and it was highly motivational as at this age. And my question is also related with that. Every day we have up and down comes in our mind. Sometimes we will frustrating. Sometimes we are very overjoyous. Sometimes so different type of emotional things come up. So
Right.
what make you to make a driving force for continuously going on to in this path? No? So what is your main thing that we just wanted to know that?
Okay.
So you can see the light.
So basically, as I told you, we were being trained for 8 LA goal, and so pehle ke time pe, you know, Rajas and Maharajas were trained for how to think, because you need to have a goal. Agar aapka purpose bahut bada rahega, so all these small problems will actually feel like they are very small because you need to reach. Suppose if I want to climb a mountain, Mount Everest, and I know that I want to reach a peak, but then in between, you know, you have this problem of, you know, thandi lag rahi hai ya fir saans nahi aa rahi hai. But you will have this motivation that you want to reach the peak. So this is a very small problem and I will tackle it. So somehow or the other, because of your thinking that I am innovative, I have this ability to solve the problem. I can, you know, या फिर कहीं ना कहीं, you know, if you're not able to solve the problem, कहीं ना कहीं आपको सहना भी पड़ेगा. That is also one of the things which I have learned. So all these, you know, small very small habits. So there is one book I'm reading, very nice books. One second, I can just show you the book. It's called Small Habit, Atomic Habits. So you need to, you know, आपको वो जो habit है, जो small habits है. One second, I'll just. This is the book.
I think
I can't see. I can. 1 second. This is the book. Fine. Okay. Atomic Habits करके. So, to be frank, this is what I am reading right now. But in my life, as it is, that आपकी जो small habits है, और बहुत time ऐसी बात problem आती है कि you need to decide between your life and with your goal. कि life important है या फिर internal matters important है आपकी life में, या फिर someone who is very close, you have to leave someone or the other. You need to आप बहुत बार functions attend नहीं कर सकते, आपको बहुत सारी चीजों को sacrifice करना पड़ता है. But then you have this purpose in your life. Somewhere I also related to the हमारा human body. Suppose हमारा human body ऐसे ट्रेन है कि T cells को ये काम करना है तो वो कैसे भी करके वो टैकल करके वो काम करेगा. हर एक cells को purpose दिया है, right? कि आपको ये काम करना है. So you need to find your purpose of life कि आपको ये काम करना है, और ये काम करने के लिए आपको जितना भी परेशानी उठानी पड़े या फिर जितना भी चीजें आए in between, you need to tackle it, or sometimes you need to leave it. कितनी बार आप टैकल नहीं कर सकते हो, तो I have done things that I have left it. I was like, I have left that particular group, I have left that particular institute also, I have left that things because I know that my goal is something to achieve in a bigger way and I need to achieve it. So yes, this is what my thinking is.
It was, I have got it everything, but it has given me another question in my mind, that as you said it, that you have searched for purpose of your life. Then how that you search means like your hidden talent and other things. How did you get it that your purpose or my purpose of the life is this? How you reach there actually?
Right. So basically, I feel that every person is this hamare body. I am like a cancer biologist and I worked in Tata and like I've been a biologist, so I love cells. Every cell, अगर आप T cell को देखो, T4 को अगर आप सब biotechnology, तो T cell, you know, they don't know first. They are into thyroid. They don't know that they want to become a T cell, they want to become a B cell, or they want to become a T8 cells. वो एक maturation और एक incubation के बाद में एक particular meditation या फिर एक incubation के बाद में आपको पता चलता है, okay, they want to become a T4 cells, they want to become B cell, or they're becoming a T8 cells, and every cell has their own purpose. But before that, they were one pack of cells. So somewhere or the other in your mind or in your, for me, it was like UTI was a big problem जो मुझे हुई थी, vaginal infections मुझे हुआ था, and me being very much near to microbiology, because to be frank, I have never taken microbiology as a subject, but it was a serendipity कि zoology मिला और फिर बाद में मुझे पता चला कि microbiology करके subject, I really want to switch to that. It was like a last moment, and to be frank, they were not accepting the applications, but they accepted my application. So somewhere or the other, I felt I always had this बचपन से कि microbiology में कुछ करना है, cells के ऊपर कुछ करना है. I want to know more and more about what do you say, about DNA, about how the things work around me, and this was one of the problem. UTI is one of the problem I want to solve, but then I want to solve, my bigger picture is to prevent more and more infections. So somewhere or the other, when you आपको अपने आप को churn करना पड़ेगा, you need to give yourself a challenge to your own self about to recognize who you are and who you really want to be. So somewhere I felt that I really think that I am good at this microbiology subject, and I have an interest. I keep on reading about it, the new research and everything. I want to do something in this particular field, and I want to grow this particular field. किसी ने एस्ट्रोनॉमी में किया, जैसे इसरो के साइंटिस्ट है, उनको वो इंटरेस्ट लगा. किसी ने एस्ट्रोनॉमी में किया, किसी कोई साधु बना, कोई ये बना. So I feel like this is something which is attracting me more. The energy is more attractive towards that particular subject, you can say. एक soul जो होता है वो आपका किसी ना किसी, suppose कोई लोग आपको पसंद आते हैं, कोई लोग आपको पसंद नहीं आते, क्योंकि उनकी energy आपके साथ match करनी चाहिए, right? The frequency. You need to match the frequency of your thinking to that particular subject or to that particular purpose. So for me, I'm being spiritual also. So for me, I have spiritually also, taken myself into consideration कि मैं किसके साथ vibe करती हूँ.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for the inspirational journey as well as motivation. A lot. The session is filled with a lot of motivation. So,
thank you, madam. And Gaurav sir, please share madam email ID
yes.
or LinkedIn ID or anything.
Yes.
And I got your point, madam. It is like that life is molding us to bring it our purpose. What I understood from your talk.
Yes.
So that is the one thing, because generally what I used to think, generally once we will attach with something, to coming out from that, it will take much time.
No.
Because once the tag has come up, then we are just living our life in the same path, and we are just goes on in that case. So we could not able to find our purpose very easily.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this session. And we, on behalf of Galgotia University, I am presenting you a e-memento in this digital era. So kindly accept the guest of honor.
Thank you so much.
As a token of appreciation. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
I will connect with you regarding the mentorship support for our startups related to the biological engineering and biosciences. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you everyone. All the best. Hope to see more companies. Thank you.
Thank you.